Hello, everyone. Disgusting conversations beforehand, so excuse me for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Hi! What's up? Welcome to the Inn, where we play D&D and have some fun and be other people other than ourselves. What's up, everyone? How are we doing?
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Well, at least your Andrea is. As for the rest of you, you look just stone-faced. So
That was my nickname in high school.
Stone-faced?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's because I said I didn't make any emotional expressions.
Oh, I could see that, actually. Right. Well, couple announcements before we go on. This week we've got the usual lineup of shows with one little changey poo going on, actually, which I forgot to talk to you all about. Vaughn, you're on Tuesday. What are you doing?
Playing. What am I playing? Hold on a sec. I'm playing a new game. It's why am I forgetting what it is? I think it's Everhood. I knew it was Everhood. I'm playing Everhood.
Everhood, great. What's that?
It's another music-based game, kind of like how Crypt of the Necrodancer has music and you do everything to the beat of the music. The battle style in Everhood is a kind of beat game where a song will be played towards you, kind of like how you play Guitar Hero, but the goal is to avoid the notes instead of hitting the notes. So it'll be fun.
The complete opposite. That'll be interesting. And that's at 1 o'clock? 1
Yes.
MDT? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfecto. And then Wednesday, we've got Playing with Mutts. That's going to be Vaughn and myself. I think we're going back into Valheim for a bit. Doing some more iron stuff, building up our base, making it look shiny and dapper. Thursday, nothing going on this Thursday. Tea time with Murray is reorganizing. Doing something else with it these days. So, Friday though, hate, laugh, love.
Yeah, the show where we talk about movies. This week, so the show is real loose, so we don't really plan a whole lot. So I'll probably be in the hot seat this week, and we'll figure out the panel. Just follow us on all social media for any updates on that show and any other show. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Perfect. And then I had some downtime yesterday and figured I may as well just enjoy some generic gameplay. So Saturday coming at 7 MDT to enjoy some For the King. I've wanted to play that again for a while, so gonna play some For the King then. And that is this week. Next week, our wonderful Jeff will not be with us because it's going to be his birthday. So happy birthday. We'll wish that to you now while you're here.
Yep, happy birthday. I had no idea until just now, folks.
Yeah. Also, I'm only going to be here short today.
Yeah.
Because I got a roommate leaving, just so you guys know, and it's a farewell party today, so I got to get in and out.
Be here
My
for
birthday
the
is
first
coming
part
up
of it.
soon, too.
Well, a lot of birthday shouts.
We don't
coming
get
out then,
older,
so
we level up.
we do. We level up. So congratulations on your level up in real life. You won't be leveling up in there. Zara won't be, but you will be, so good job.
Yeah, have fun figuring out what you want to do with them. Just don't make me lose too much gold. I know I'm going to lose a little bit. I'm not stupid, but like not too much. Not like 90% like I did last time.
We'll see what happens. Hey, you were here for that. Anyway, without further ado, let's roll that intro and get to the game.
It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be heard in gales and floods. But if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Welcome back. Last time, we left our group when they did one of the team trials after a reschedule of the entire events due to the amount of people that arrived. They didn't anticipate that. The event planners, it's a new event. They're new to that kind of stuff. They succeeded at slaughtering the short stacks. Defeated them all in less than 24 seconds, basically, if you look at round in round times. Very, very,
Nice.
very good. Few of them made some good money off bets. Lost some money, but made it all back. Basically,
300
with-
positive, baby. Just saying.
Yeah, 300 positive for Zarai there. Afterwards, well, Prospidus also had a conversation with Leaf. They discovered that there is no paper trail or documentation as to the princess being in Lagroth. So there's a little confusion possibly going on there. Everyone spoke with Prince Nero and encountered him. And they're in a busy town. Busy things going on. Basic rundown.
Nice.
Where we left off, Prospidus and Anubisai were essentially back at the running hare. Yolandria was back on the way. Brolog was talking to Carson. And Zarai was grabbing a drink with the Fury, after managing to convince her to get a drink, after pissing her off the day beforehand. So, what are you all doing? How would we like to start? You're all in separate
What
places.
time of day is it?
Put this into you. It's getting close to nighttime. There are beginning to be more rowdy people on the streets. Rowdy in the sense of they've had some drinks, they've enjoyed the festivities, they've enjoyed the games. Yolanda, realize you're walking through the streets, you hear a lot of people shouting out names of random games, and when you look around at these, you see people shuffling cups around on a table with a hidden thing, guessing where the card is, or throwing rings over bottles and then the necks of the bottles. Just basic carnival type games that you would be very familiar with.
All right. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Can I
Go
talk
back.
to the innkeeper?
Yeah, he would be there.
Yeah, I
Cool.
just walk back.
Just walk back. As for you, Prospidus, what are you doing when you get to the inn?
My intent is to make sure I get a full rest today so that I get rid of the exhaustion I've currently got. But also, in the meantime, study the tome and notes.
Okay, you can easily get another 2 hours of studying in before crashing for the night. You are fairly tired from what you did the previous night. That level of exhaustion. Truly exhausting. Let's see. Who do we want to move to? Zarai or Brolog?
Both are right in the middle of
I
it.
feel like Brolog's eager, so let's go to Brolog.
Okay.
This can be bad.
So with Carson, he's teaching me some more tattoo techniques.
Yes. He's showing you several different types of techniques to do it. Currently, the one he would be showing you, and he's pulled out this leather hide to kind of tap into, to test on, and it's a basic needle on the end of a stick that's been tethered to it, like a fishhook type tie, around it, and he's just got a small little weighted hammer, and he's tapping it repeatedly and slowly moving the needle around while drawing out this figure.
Good. Carson, that seems very good. Might I give it a try?
Well, by all means, if you would like. Here. He hands over the needle and the hammer to you, with a little inkwell to dip into. Go ahead and give me a... This will be your first time using this kind of technique, so we'll make it a performance check. Don't add your proficiency. So, performance with no proficiency.
Okay. 13.
13? It's not bad.
This won't break its stuff.
I mean, they're very small in your hands compared to what his would be, because he's a fraction of your size. And it's a little more difficult, but you do manage to get out like a basic shape going on. And while you're hammering it, he says, very good. Very, very good. You learn quickly, Brolog.
Thank you, Carson. It is my life's work.
How could it be your life's work if you've just begun?
Well, an interesting question. The learning of tattoos to do this right here isn't necessarily my life's work. It's part of it. In order to embrace holiness of tattoos, I see this as the next step in that life's work.
Then I am pleased to be helping you to your next step.
I'm pleased that you're the one helping me, Carson. What else? Should I just keep practicing this, or do you have more?
I think that's a basic tool you should use for now. There
Okay.
are others, but they're more complex, difficult to use and put together. But first, you should use this one.
Okay, will do. I'm just going to keep practicing until it's sleeping time.
Okay.
And then I'll leave at that point. When I leave, I want to say to him, Carson, I don't know what your business or plans for the future are, but I would really appreciate it if you found me before you left the city.
Oh, I was planning on being here for the entire festival.
Excellent.
I heard the general was here and he might need some touch-up on the work I did previously, which would mean that I need to find him. I'll do that tomorrow.
Excellent.
Maybe I
barring, responsibilities, I will try to stop by again tomorrow.
Oh, very good.
Well, having a wonderful evening, Carson. Excellent to hang out with you, as always.
It's been a pleasure. I don't have very many people who like to spend time with me.
Most people are idiots.
Yes, I think so. Before you open the door, he does pull up his cloak and don it and put the mask back on, hide all his features again. And he leaves, squeezing through this smaller doorway, pop out, close the door to a very couple of surprised-looking people who look at the carriage, then look at you, then look at the carriage, then look at you, trying to piece together how a large creature such as yourself could fit in such a small carriage.
Prologue flares his ears in their general direction.
few of them just kind of wander off. It's like, nope, not having anything to do with that. Where are you going from there?
Go back to the inn.
Back to the inn. All right. It's all right. Your drinks with the Fury. She is not asking questions. She's very quiet.
Shit.
Slowly sips at the drink. And even with Steve kind of, for lack of better terms, flirting with her, she just kind of scratches him every now and then and stares at the cup and takes a sip. Until she looks at the ears around Steve's neck. Where are these from?
So to be honest, I don't even remember. It was like one of our first
Doesn't
encounters
surprise
here,
me.
and I wanted a trophy, so there they are. Used to be more, but one didn't really dry right, and it kind of started smelling really bad. So I threw it away.
You just let the sun dry them out, or did you treat them before drying them?
Just the sun.
That would be why you had to throw one out. If you're gonna tan hide or any leather of any kind, you need to treat it beforehand.
Yeah, probably right there.
She just continues sipping away at her ale.
So where are you originally from? You're the only other tiefling unknown, and yeah.
I'm from here. Well,
Here is in Lothram.
no, as in Laban. I don't exactly know where I was born. I was found in the mountains. My father says I was abandoned, but who's to say? Don't know who my parents are.
In the same boat on that one. Although I do know who my dad was, because he was the guy who raised me.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a clean difference between parents and father or dad, or mother or mom. Parents being the
What?
people who spawned you. Jeez, are you drunk already?
You're just speaking a lot of words, because my father is my dad, regardless of whether he gave birth to me.
That would mean he's not your parent.
He is my parent, as far as I consider
Never
him,
mind.
in all things of my
She
definition.
continues drinking at her ale.
Is Hank around?
Not this one, nope.
We're losing her.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's at a different one. I lost her the first day, bro. Come on. So what do you like to do for fun, since you don't like to gamble, drink?
I tinker.
Oh? I'm trying to get better at that, actually. I think about it. Any tips you could show me?
She looks at your whole facade and up and down. You don't tinker. She pulls
Pull
out
out my
this.
Tinker's 2-1, slam him on the on the bar counter.
She looks
Oh yeah.
at that as she's reaching into a room, reaches into a different area and pulls out this intricate metal-looking thing. You've never seen something like it. Puts it down next to the tools and says, "Then fix that."
All right, I'm gonna investigate it.
It
Or would that be
is-
perception?
It would be in an. I mean, so you almost put me back into 3.5 edition where there was a difference between investigation and perception, but there isn't anymore. It would be a perception, but it's a very foreign device, so you would be doing this at disadvantage. It makes no sense to you, essentially. Oh, please tell me you got a natty one. This will be great.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It makes no sense to you. It's a collage of different colored metals moving around, or when you like shake it, there's the sounds of metal clinking together on the inside, and you think on the inside at least you can see various little strange circular bits with teeth out of it, metal rods going through the middle of other parts of those, other metal bits lining up inside other spots. It looks like a strange fastening of different metal objects.
Right, I'm gonna attempt to fix it, having no idea what I'm even holding in my hands.
Give me a performance at disadvantage.
12.
12. You really try. I mean, to your credit, you give it your best shot. You pull out your tinker's tools and you start pulling out various little bits, and you're like, well, this bit looks like it fits there, so let's try that. But really what you end up doing is more taking it apart than putting it together. There's now multiple pieces of metal in your hand as opposed to one piece of metal. After a while, she looks at it and goes, like I thought, you don't tinker. Grabs the rest of the pieces.
Hey, just because I'm not good at it doesn't mean I don't, and I'm just gonna, hey, look at this, and I'm gonna look at the armor I've been fashioning for Steve that literally is in complete shambles. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Oh.
That's trash. Puts aside her piece of metal and grabs the leather and is like, where'd you meet him? I've never seen a creature like him. He's cute.
He protected me when I was left in the woods, abandoned by my birth parents.
So they just left you in the woods?
Yep.
As we have tried many times.
My parents left me in the mountains. Who is your father? At this point, she's pulled out a different set of equipment and is starting to cut and fashion areas of the leather armor.
My father was Varys. He was an elf who fought in the war, or the Great War of our country. The Unification War, or something. I don't remember.
Unification War.
War of Unification. There we go.
Nice.
Came back to me. I found the note. It's somewhere.
What was he like? Did he tinker? She says that with a bit of a smirking look on her face.
For your information, he didn't.
Jeez.
He was
Such
more
hostility.
of a nature.
Remember, he promised not to be a dick.
OOC. Did I promise not to be a dick, or
You
did I
did.
promise to answer questions?
You promised not to be a dick.
I
If you-
tried.
if she said-
Okay, I
you
know. I
said-
tried not to be a dick.
You said you promised not to be a dick if she got a drink with you. That's the only reason she agreed to get a drink with you.
That was because I had the host. I could have sworn the stipulation was I guess she'd just get a
I
drink and
watched
I'd
the
ask her any
video
questions she had.
yesterday. You promised not to be a dick.
What was the question?
I remember.
Alright, how about this? I'll stay here and keep drinking if you switch to water. You're already a little too drunk. And I'll explain to you if you answer and tell me about your father as to why I'm uncomfortable with drunkenness. Deal?
I mean, I'm comfortable with you being uncomfortable with drunkenness. I'll switch to watered down beer. I don't want to switch off entirely. That's when the hangover hits.
She's not replying to that. She's now focusing on the leather in front of her.
I'll still answer questions about my dad.
Just tell me about him.
He's a great man. Taught me all I know, for the most part, and I'm starting to pick up some stuff that I didn't realize I knew. some of his druid ways. Started to connect more to nature than I thought I would, or ever would.
Druid.
He always liked to mess with people. A lot of fun growing up.
You have strange terms.
You not know druid?
No.
I'm just gonna put my hand out and then do produce flame, and it helps me do stuff like this.
There are a lot of people when you do that who cry out. It's like, whoa! And the bartender in front of you is like, whoa, no,
I'ma
no,
put it
don't
away.
put a lot of alcohol here. What are you thinking? How
that
the
strong.
hell did you just don't pay attention to him? He's a little drunk. That's neat. That's actually really cool. I don't know how you guys do that. Well, yeah, I guess not.
Yeah. Basically been connecting with nature.
What did you guys do?
I mean, you guys, me and my party, or me and my dad?
You and your dad.
Oh, we hunted bounties and did mercenary stuff when we needed money, but we really didn't get into it too much until he died, and I dove hard into it.
Yeah, Ulrich was right. She takes the leather, puts it around Steve, starts fastening some areas, and you and I are very alike. Ties off. Neria looks at him. There you go. Nuzzles him under the chin, and he goes. You can increase Steve's armor by 2. She's just fixed and finished the leather for you.
Nice.
He is he is 2 player armor than I do.
He has a higher armor rating than you. Yeah. Yeah. She finishes off her ale, puts it down, stands up, and I'm done for the night. I can only really handle your drunkenness for so long. I'll see you later, Zara. And she begins making her way out of the bar. Steve kind of looks back and forth between you and her, and then looks at you and is like,
Oh, you want a drink too, buddy?
"Rrr." Shakes his head a bit.
Finish off my drink and hey, at least let me fly you home.
She's gone at this point.
Oh,
You turn around and say that, and she's already through the crowd, out the door, and the door's shutting.
fair enough. Alright, I'm going to... my flask. Ugh. There they are. Alright, I'm gonna fill up my regular flask. Of just regular stuff
Regular stuff.
before I leave.
Okay, that's 2 silver.
Alright.
And this is strong regular stuff, not just ale, right?
I was just taking ale for... Oh, no, yeah, you're right. This is a
For the
small
small
one.
flask?
So yeah, strong
Okay.
regular stuff, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then
And then
2
top
silver,
off my cask flask, so it needs 16 ounces
16 ounces, 1 copper.
of just regular stuff. So
Yeah.
2 silver, 1 copper, gotcha. And then... what time is it at this point?
It's getting closer to the end of the day. This would be around the same time frame that your laundry was walking back to the inn. So the sun is setting. It is dusk. That's the word? Yeah. Dusk.
So like 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, around
roughly.
there.
Okay.
Roughly.
I'm
You
just gonna
don't
go
have
wander
the keen
around the...
mind feed, so you don't know the exact time.
Actually, I'm gonna go see if Carson is still awake and kicking.
Okay.
I'm gonna go because I don't know where he is, and then just walking around the town, just towards him, just kind of like lollygagging.
It takes you a bit, but you do end up getting to his cart. The horse is not there. It's all closed up. The lanterns that are hanging are not lit anymore, and he's nowhere in sight. But his cart's still there.
I want to knock on the door. Like the one that we needed permission to enter.
Okay.
Like that area.
It's about a minute or so until the door kind of creeps open a bit, and you see that porcelain mask, and then hear him. Oh, sorry. He opens it up all the way. How can I help you?
I just wanted to stop by. Maybe talk some tattoo ideas, or just talk.
Well, I unfortunately have company right now. Would you mind stopping by in the morning?
Sure,
Great.
not a problem.
I'll see you
Oh,
then.
you have a real
Me-
quick though. Aw, did I catch him?
You caught him
Can I
just in
catch
time.
him?
You caught him
Okay.
just in time. Like, door's almost shut when he hears that and opens it and he's like, yes?
Had some alcohol the other day at your place. That was really good. It was the best stuff I've ever had, but I couldn't take it with me. I was wondering if you had any I could have.
Clicks his finger. One of these orbs comes up. He's like, the finest. Brings the finest out. He grabs the bottle and goes, unfortunately, no. Puts his hand through the doorway and it disappears right as his hand goes through the doorway. It's like, these are all based off of memories from things that I've had. They can't leave this enchantment, sadly. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need your help with the recipe because I want it. It's really good stuff. And then I was feeling,
That recipe's
Well, in
hundreds
the
of
morning.
years old. It's been lost for a long time.
but I believe with your help, we could recreate it.
I'm
It's in
an-
your memory that strong. We got this.
I'm a tattooist, Sarai, not an alchemist. I'll
But
see
you
you
remembered it.
tomorrow. And he closes the door.
I'm just gonna head back to the end. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to do. Where's my notebook?
Okay. Anubisai,
Yes. The innkeeper, finally? No,
innkeeper, yes.
innkeeper.
He is hustling and bustling. Same elf
Yes.
as the first night, shouting out some commands. Orin is still serving drinks there. He seems to never leave. Almost. You-
Greetings, innkeeper.
saw your fight. Very impressive. How can I help you? It's a Nubisai?
Anubisai, yes. I'm sure you've probably noticed, but I usually just stand around in here because I don't sleep or anything. So I was going to offer you my services as a bouncer for you.
That would be great. Can you take care of some of those people over there? He points over at a couple of, looked like Reclorians and Lebonians, kind of tussling up a little bit. It's like, I don't need them bounced out, I just need them reminded that they will be kicked out if they keep fussing.
Okay, sure.
Fantastic.
Go over,
Thank you.
pick them up. Settle down.
Give
or
me a
you're
strength
out.
check.
Strength? Okay.
Or athletics, actually. I'll treat
Same
this more
thing.
like a grapple, yeah.
That would be a 25.
Without fail and without difficulty, you pick them both up, bop their heads together. They kind of shake a little bit and see you. The Reclorian shifts a little and is like, you let go of me. He's this tussly dwarf who's feisty a little bit. And the Lebon one, though, looks and is like, right, yes. You're sorry. You're right. Sorry, I apologize. We're here in collaboration. He's like, you can let go of my collar. I'll settle down.
I let go of him, but not the dwarf.
The dwarf is still fussing and fighting around, like trying to throw punches. He he does throw one punch into your armor and then immediately just goes, "Oh! Why are you just put me down?
Are you gonna behave while you're in here?
This filthy human is just standing
I
up all
start
in my
walking
business."
towards the door.
He's screaming and shouting the whole time, and if you pay any, or if you look back at all at the innkeeper, he's just nodding his head.
Okay. Throw him out.
This would be about when Yolandriel, you're arriving. The door opens and this dwarf gets thrown out, lands heavy on the ground, tumbles around, and is like, "I won't be coming back here again!" When you look into the doorway, it's Anubisai.
Hey, I'm gonna say loud enough for both Anubisai and this guy to hear. Nice toss. As I start to climb the steps into the inn. Yeah,
I go back in and I'll stand closer to where the innkeeper's working out of, so he doesn't have to shout to say them or those or whatever. And just do that for the night.
Perfect. He, as the night courses through and goes by, he does point out several people who need some reconfiguring. You do have to toss out a Dragonborn who's getting a little feisty as well. A bit more of a gentle chuck out of someone from who you learn to be from the island of Zarthor, who looked a little bit more different from the others. Human-like. But you took him and had to more escort him out. He's drunk rather than feisty. But there are a few, and the innkeeper does, by the end of it, he gives you a small sack of coin. It's got 35.
I want to do as much of this as possible in Old Andrea. I'm practicing.
Perfect. Give me a performance check.
Oh. You probably don't understand me.
Oh,
Not doing too good a job in Old Andrea.
okay.
What did you call my mother?
Yeah, I'll switch to common when I have to.
You get some looks. Go ahead and also give me a perception check.
Passive?
Your passive wouldn't see it.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay. That's your night. Bouncing. Bouncing a few people and practicing your Old Andrean. Poorly, but still practicing.
Poorly, but trying.
Trying, yeah. Yolandriel, though, while when you enter in.
Yeah. I noticed that Anubisai is bouncing once again. And I just, I'm just going to look at her and say, why exactly do you want to, be on guard at every bar we go to?
Gives me something to do.
I don't know what I expected. And then I'm going to turn and walk upstairs to Paraspidus' room. Yeah, and give it an old knock knock.
Come in.
You hear in a very squirrely, feminine voice.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to stand there for a second, turn around, and see the door behind if there's another door to another room, and just check the number, and then turn around and check this number, and I'm gonna roll a history check. Oh. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna get it. 1 second, where's my 17?
You're pretty sure you got the right room.
Okay, I'm gonna knock again and be like, Percy?
Yeah, no, it's me. You're Andrea? Yeah, you can come in. You can come in.
Okay. I'm gonna as I open the door, I'm gonna say, I thought it was one of those situations where you forgot to like put the sock on the doorknob, you know? I don't know if you ever if you were ever in a frat. Ah, never mind. And I shut the door behind.
By the way, Percy looks tired. Like he just finished getting to the point where he's done studying the notes, and he's got like ink smeared on his face from rubbing his eyes.
Oh look, it's Anubis-sized feet. Sorry. I had to point that out. I just look up and it's just
Anubis-sized
feet
let the flies
dangling.
go.
Like he hung himself. Just
Oh no, fly spell.
anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna ask. So what's on the list of things to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow. What is on the list of things to do tomorrow? I am very tired. I don't know. Tomorrow, marksman and single combats for the events. Are you in single combat?
Yeah.
So I'll be watching that. I know Zara wanted to sign up for marksman, so I'll be watching that too. I guess that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
All right. Well, if you need anything, I'll be in the room.
All right, cool. I'm going to sleep.
As I turn to go, I turn back around and I say, "You got stuff on your face," and that's turn around and leave.
Praspidus is then going to nod as if he expected there to be stuff on his face and put all his stuff back in his bag of holding and go to bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to my room. As what my character does sometimes, I'm gonna do yoga for an hour, and then, out of my armor, I should say, take my armor off and all that, and then go to bed. Flexibility, folks.
I shall be right back. Can't tell I'm having some problems.
Struggling.
Yeah. Camera decided to go a very different angle. Brolog, you would arrive. You would actually probably arrive before Zarai to the inn. It's either that or... Yeah, we'll go with that. You arrive to the inn before Zarai.
Cool.
Zarai, you would also know that the marksmanship is first thing in the morning, before the sun gets too high in the sky.
Well, as soon as I got back, I'm just gonna give a hi to Hank. Well, I guess Prolog's here first, so I'll go with him.
Well, if I'm walking in and a new size chucking anyone out at that moment, Prolog will assist. Otherwise, he will walk in, greet Anubis, grab some grub, and go up to Praspidus' room.
Okay. Anything in particular when you get to Praspidus' room?
I assume he's asleep by now?
At this point, yeah, he'd be asleep. With
Probably
ink smeared
passed out
on
the
his
moment
face.
he laid down. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Does this room have windows?
It does. There's a window.
Do I remember if there's supposed to be the spell thing that was put on them still works?
You would remember that Nero said it would only last another 50 or so minutes when he left. And it's definitely been more than that.
Rah. Okay. In that case, Burlock's just gonna go to sleep.
Alrighty.
There's a second bed, right?
Yeah. There's a second
in the
bed.
other bed. Cool. Sleep.
Zorai, when you get back, you will look for Hank. He's not there.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna go to bed.
The innkeeper, when you do ask him, like, hey, where's Hank? He will tell you, is like, Hank, he said something about a shipment. I don't know.
A shipment?
Yeah, I'm assuming more booze. His stuff is flying off the shelves like it's candy.
You know where you might go to pick up that shipment?
No idea, didn't say.
Any educated guesses on where someone would go to pick up a shipment?
East Gate, South Gate, North Gate, docks, wherever. There are multiple places in this city. I'm sorry, I'm very busy.
Alright, I'm gonna walk outside and try to find a guard real quick.
Okay, easy to find. There's a few around.
Yeah, this is gonna kind of just be a general one, but I'm gonna keep going up to guards and see if any of them know where Hank went to go pick up his shipment, or if they
Literally
knew
none of
or
them
seen
know.
of him. Fair enough.
Yeah, all you get is, I'm not even sure who Hank is, or... But Hank, the brewmaster, he makes a very good brew. I don't know where he would be picking up his shipments.
Have you seen him? The
No.
one guy that knows who Hank is? No. Alright, I'm just going to bed. And go back into the inn, go up to our room, or as ours, I say Ethan's, or your Lantriel's nice. Just gonna walk in, close the door, lock it, go lay in bed. Actually, would I be there in his hour of yoga?
You would be getting there at the end of his hour of yoga, yeah.
You catch me, and I'm like,
Upright dog.
no, I'm doing that thing
Downward
where,
dog.
like,
Downward
where
dog.
like my hands are down and I'm like balancing myself and my legs are up like that, you know?
Oh,
Like
that fancy
and I'm
shit.
like, yep. And I'm just in like what looks to be like cloth tidy whities, you know, just like a wrap, like a quick wrap, like other than that. And I'm just like sweating, you know? It's like that kind of yoga.
Hot yoga.
And I'm like my muscles are starting to tremble a little bit. It's been an hour. When he walks in, I'm gonna say, so how'd it go with your lady friend?
Who?
You get images from Steve of essentially Zorai falling from a tree, crashing and burning, hitting the ground. Essentially, Steve communicates to you poorly.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at Steve as I'm like going into another pose, and I'm gonna be like, that bad, huh? And I'm like doing some shit.
Zorai, you hear from Steve the equivalency of a small chuckle.
Alright, let's see who likes to have less alcohol, because you ain't getting shit now, son. And I'm gonna go lay down.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, because I'm telling Steve.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, you ain't gonna be able to order it, my man. And if you try, it's just for me. Kind of feels to it. Like, it's not the first time that I've had to cut Steve off for alcohol. Or I've forced to cut Steve off for alcohol, which is very ironic from the viewer and party's perspective of Zarai and Steve.
I'm gonna say, oh, don't blame him, as I like finish up. And I'm gonna look at you and I'm just gonna say, it's always tomorrow, dude. And then I'm gonna towel off and then get in bed.
Oh, and before I go to bed, like to the time where I would need like get a full rest before I gotta be up for the marksman course, I want to mess with my tinkering tools, just generally, just like with my sticks for arrows and my scraps for arrowhead, and just attempt to just like get better at it, basically.
Okay. Are you just doing just general practice, not trying to produce or make anything?
Just general practice.
Okay.
Like I'm using the, because I was just looking at my inventory, and the only thing I have is sticks for arrows and scrap for arrowheads, so I was just going to use that as my practice.
Perfect. Give me... Actually, if you're just doing a general practice, just go ahead and mark down 2 more hours of practice with tinkering tools.
That puts me at 2. Oh no, because I messed with his armor.
You've messed with his armor a bit. I would say you're probably around 12.
12, okay. Got it.
Okay.
And I'm going to bed.
The night passes for Yolandril and Brolog and Anubisai. Well, we all know how Anubisai handles it. The whole bouncing and everything, moving people in and out of the inn. For you, Zorai, you get the same vivid dream of a black-barked tree with a starlight or starry black night gem in the middle of it, and the blood leaves hanging. The same one that you saw in the cavern, the one that you destroyed, and then it flashes and changes to another, in a different cavern, and it flashes and changes to another, in clearly chiseled out stone work. Then it flashes and changes to another, top of a mountain. It keeps flashing and changing in between multiple different locations. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Use physical dice.
Are you still
6.
trying to use D&D Beyond?
The flat 1. I'm lazy. Leave me alone. And it's been good for the most part, except for when I actually want it.
You rolled more natty ones on
That's
D&D
not true.
Beyond.
That's not true.
I've got the numbers. You do.
That's
At this
like
point, you do.
5.
No, there was
I rolled a lot of.
4 last session and 3 the previous session, 2 now this time. You're at 10.
I've only used it 2 sessions.
You've used it 3
I
now,
used it
mate.
last session and this one.
You've used it 3 now. Anyway. Yeah, that's your vivid, very, very vivid dream of these trees just back and forth constantly, and it changes so rapidly and so quickly that your mind is beginning to, you can't connect or focus on anything at all. It becomes getting a bit more disturbed. You start getting vertigo. Things started to blur out. Ethan, make a con save.
Oh, Jesus.
Or Yolandra will make a con save. Now you've got me doing it. God.
It's just raw con. That's gonna be 13. I don't know why that took me so long.
You wake up to Zorai thrashing and crying out in the bed. He's dripping in sweat, clearly having a nightmare of some kind. Steve is standing over him, worried.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna do. I think I have something for this. So give me 1 second to look through my spells. Maybe I don't. Oh, I don't have it. Okay.
You know, there's only one spell: face to axe.
Yeah, no, I can't do any. All right, I'm gonna cast. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yes,
Do you think this
Moonbeam.
would- No. I'm gonna cast Sleep on him at level 3.
Okay.
To try and get him to calm down. Do you think is that a thing?
So, there is a spell called Calm Emotions. That would
I
be what
have
you
it,
need
but
to
it's
cast.
not.
It's not prepared. Well,
prepared.
when you cast Sleep, it has no effect on him as he is already asleep.
Okay. I thought that would bring him like.
It's a good attempt and a good try, but you know that there's a much more appropriate spell to use for that. You just don't have it prepared.
Okay. Um, I'm just gonna get up and go shake him awake then.
Zarai, make an attack roll using your primal savagery against your Londriel.
I use her physical dice. I rolled a 1 again.
That's good.
Okay.
I know for a
Okay.
fact
Well,
6
now that I
doesn't hit.
know,
Your modifier.
well, now that I
5.
know he attacked,
Your
uh,
your modifier is 5.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's Steve's armor class?
17.
Yeah, you hit Steve instead. Roll for damage.
Suck it, Steve. You know I'm gonna use D&D just because. Oh, bad. It's 2d10 now. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's 7.
7. Your Londriel, when he shakes awake, he looks different. His claws have grown out. His eyes have changed minorly. They're still blacked out. And he's angry. So angry. And the claws lash out. You dodge out of the way just in time, but Steve was right there. And they slash into Steve, into his wing, give him a good cut on the side. He shrinks back, gets that, shy, reprimanded dog look as he kind of moves a little away from Zarai, clearly scared. Zarai, when you wake up, you lash out and then gain your senses. Claws retract, you return to your normal self.
Oh my goodness, come here, Steve. I don't wanna.
Give me an animal handling check. He is right now scared of you.
I'm.
why are you using those dice?
He does not.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna cast Mending on him and attempt to touch him again.
That's
Mending?
not how
Not
mending works.
mending. Cure wounds at a level 2.
Is that's a touch spell, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of like try to send him images of me helping him.
Okay. That'll help a bit. Good. He slowly steps forward a bit and gets within range of you being able to just barely touch him.
He gets 10 points back. So one of those numbers was a 1 though.
Oh gosh.
So it doesn't matter.
He-
Will Wheaton, leave me alone, you son of a bitch.
He licks where the
Seriously?
wound was, licking the blood away, and then kind of walks up to you. Now that you've healed him, he seems much more comfortable. And this is when you notice your Londriel is standing over you.
Hey, don't do that again, please. And I'm gonna turn around real slow and go back to bed.
Before you do, Steve does flash into your mind the images of the first time he did this, making it clear to you this is not the first time.
Okay. I pull out my spell book, and I'm going to change my spells as I get my fucking sleep. I am sleeping the full lot.
Hi, Nubasa's back. Steve is a little concerned about you, Zarai, but he does, after the heal, he does nuzzle up a bit and try to send comforting images to you. Things of the forest back home. Your favorite ale back home. Your favorite hard drink back home.
I want them to go back to sleep.
All right. You all awake to someone ringing a bell in the inn area, yelling, "Marksman trials, 30 minutes. Northern Fields. Marksman trials, 30 minutes. Northern Fields." And they just move through the entire inn from floor to floor, yelling that out.
Okay, so I'm going to have attempted to be up before that because I want to do my meditation.
With your meditation, with what you've been doing, you would be awake before that. So you'd be in meditation.
I hear and just head there immediately. Just I'm gonna check to see if Hank's in, just because you know me, and then head out.
There's an Ubasai still standing. Orin is at the bar. There's no innkeeper, and there's no Hank.
And grab a bite to eat from Steve and myself, and then head out. Go to the area, the northern
Okay.
fields.
I say northern? My bad. Wait, hang on. Yeah, northern fields
Did
would be
you?
wrong. No, southern. It should be southern. I think I said northern, which is wrong. Should be southern fields.
Okay. Southern fields. I go to where they said they were that I was supposed to go. We'll
To
just
the north
we'll
is
cut
water.
it to that.
There's no fields to the north. It's all water. So this would be southern fields, yeah. The rest of you would wake up to this as well and would hear it also. What are you all doing?
I
muted.
rise.
I'm sleeping in.
Sleeping in? Okay.
Brolog turns to Percy and asks, what is the plan for the day?
I am going to go witness the marksman thingy. And then afterward, I'm going to watch the single battles where your Laundril will be fighting in. Zarai's in the marksman. So that's what I'm going to do. I think Anubis is also in the single battles. So I'll be
Are
watching.
we team fighting today?
No, that is tomorrow.
Unfortunate. Very good.
I don't think I'm in need of you being around me the whole time, so you can do whatever you want to do.
Very well. In that case, I will. I'll meet you at the singles trials.
Excellent. Price put his heads down to get a bite to eat before heading over to where
Bless
the witnessers of the marksman trials would go.
Brolog joins for the bite to eat.
All right. Your laundry is sleeping in. Anubisai.
You're muted. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he knew.
I wasn't talking either, so.
I thought I saw it. My bad.
Are you sure?
Oh. You never know. Talk to
Anything
myself all the time.
As we all should. Anything you'd like to do in particular for the morning? During the night, there was another flyer hammered on with the schedule of the fights. You are... Let me find my... You are 11th. With your
Don't know.
Laundril being 6th.
Fucking cat, guys.
When
All
do
she
the
does is-
fights start?
They start after the marksman trials, which last roughly about 2 or so hours, so you're looking maybe around like that 10 o'clock time frame.
Well, for the moment then, I'm just gonna hang out, stand, see what the rest of the group does. If anything else, then I'll head out around 10 o'clock, go to the arena.
Okay. Then let's pop over to the marksman side of things. You can find the marksman trials easily enough. There's quite a few people heading that direction. And when you get to the fields, Zorai, you can see that there's a line of people queuing up to sign in. And you quickly see that they are handing generic longbows to the individuals, along with 6 arrows. A couple of people down the line, there is a Fury. Also standing in line to go in.
Oh, I'm gonna give a shout to a Fury. I'm like, a Fury! Just from the side, just like, hey.
She turns, looks you, just gives you a curtsy little wave.
I'm gonna go up to her and be like, hey. I didn't know you were participating in this.
Please, it's what I do. Shoot people from afar. Of course, I kind of figured you would. I've only ever seen you use a bow, even though you carry swords with you.
Oh, fuck, hold up. Fuck, there's a code I'm trying to hit and I can't get it. Distraction, something, I don't know. Never let them know how you're gonna hit them.
Yeah,
And then
well,
I'm always hit them with the bow.
the handles of your swords are brand new. It's pretty obvious to know how you're gonna hit people.
Used them once.
Once is not enough, Zarai. She kind of flashes her long sword, which is well weathered. I'm versatile in both.
I don't like swords.
Neither do I. I much prefer Charlie.
So while this is happening on, I'm trying to just like, I don't know if there are people behind her. I guess I probably should have asked. But like, I'm just trying to like sneak my way into there wherever she's at in the line.
There are a few people behind. You can give me a perception check to see if you realize any reactions.
16.
16. The individual behind you is a cloaked individual with like a mask up, and they are very clearly glaring at you, but they quickly refocus themselves to a different place. You see on their back they have this long metal tubed object strapped around one of their shoulders. They stand about like 5'6". Like dark.
Do I
clothes.
recognize this tubed object?
Well, you've
Ah,
seen the
shit,
tubed
I-
object. You've seen
I'm-
similar tubed objects, but you don't know what they are. Still.
Motherfucker has a gun.
You
I
still
know.
don't know what they are, though.
I know. Sorry for OC. But I'm just gonna continue to wait in line with Fairy, apparently.
The Fury. Prospidus, you go to a different area, the more of a viewing area as opposed to queuing up to sign and line up for marksman type stuff. And inside that area there are quite a few faces, quite a few different people, different races, different kinds, in a mix of the whole lot. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Boo-doo-doo-boo.
Do-do-do-do.
Boo-doo-doo-boo. 6. Boo-doo-doo-boo.
You don't recognize anyone,
Excellent.
and you can't quite find
I,
a good spot to get a good view.
I mean, I don't really need a good spot to get a good view. I just want to be there. I get a spot that allows me to at least perceive who is doing well.
Okay. That you can do. You find a well enough spot for that. Eventually,
Excellent.
though,
And then I settle in there.
nuzzle yourself into it. Zara, you do eventually get through the queue. The Fury goes in first. She takes one of the longbows and the 6 arrows that are provided, kind of gives it a good tug. This is going to take getting used to. Expects each arrow. It's good craftsmanship. Oh, I know they're not fucking with us, so continues in and is like, "Good luck, Zarai. Of course, I'll be
Same
betting
to you."
against you, but that's because I'm in."
Wow. Fair enough. And I do the same.
So each of you can put 50 gold on who's going to win the overall tournament. There's no easy way of.
So it's just the one person. Okay.
It's just the one person. You can try to.
I'm putting
with this one,
it
you
on
can-
myself. I don't even care.
With this one, you can try to hedge your bets and do multiple bets, but you're only going to gain 3 back, 3 times the amount. So if you bet 150 and you lose all of it, you're losing 150. If you bet 150 and you win the 1, you bet 150 and you only gained 150.
I'm just gonna bet 50 on myself to win it all.
At all. Okay.
Oh wait,
Can
so
I do a general perception on who is participating to see if there's like I can tell who's good and who's not?
Go for it. Give me a perception check.
Okay, let's try this again, guys.
I would say at disadvantage though, because of your viewpoint.
can I
yeah.
do a perception of the crowd to see if I know anyone there?
You can give me a perception check.
Because of disadvantage, I got a natural 1,
Oh,
which gives me 5.
17.
17. Okay. Praspidus, the individuals, they all have bows and arrows. And there's Zara
Oh, I'm
and a
not
Fury.
betting on anyone then.
Well, you do recognize a Fury, you've seen her work, and you do know Zara, and you know his work.
Yeah, but I can't really tell all the rest, and unless
True.
I can tell, I'm not making any bets.
True. As far as the crowd goes, Zara, you do see Praspidus kind of peeking through the crowd in places where he can. There is also Blood and Schlieflith and Inlu and Ulrich all watching as well. There is a few other individuals too, kind of taking a gander in through curious sights. Like there's a large red-scaled dragonborn who towers over everyone else, standing next to a golden-scaled dragonborn. Next to them, the one next to them looks a little
Male or
older.
female?
From this distance, well, with that roll, you'd be able to tell it's a female.
The gold one's a female or the other one's a female?
The red-scaled one. The gold
Red
one
scale's a
is
female.
that one's a male.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now I'm just going to proceed to wait for my turn.
Okay, you were all told to get into position and to line up on the first targets. The target is only about 30 feet away from you. Give me an attack roll. With just generic dex and proficiency. This is a normal bow, has
Plus
no
6.
upgrades.
Yep. +6 to whatever I roll. You know what? I'm not using that dice. That dice has fucked me. We're using this one. Ooh, 22.
22? Okay. As everyone's told and commanded, they pull back on the bow, release. You see your arrow fly, twist, and plunk right into the center of the target. You hear a few other people curse and cuss inside other areas, but you hit the center. Then there is a command to knock and go again.
Nat 20, baby! For 26.
He splits the arrow.
Perfect. You do indeed. You split your own arrow and it shafts in two. There's the people on either side of you go, "What the hell?" As some individuals come up behind them, tap them on the shoulder, and give them the finger to the thumb to exit the line.
Give them the finger.
Finger is like, yeah, scream.
Right to the side of their head, like right here. They're just like,
They thumb back to them and they're like, "Really?" It's like, "Already out. You missed the target twice. What do you expect?" It's like, "Ah, come on. It's just because he's next to us. Get out of the line." They part the line. Praspidus, you would see that half the individuals have been escorted out of the line. Only the people who hit more towards the centers have actually continued through.
Can I tell how well Zarai's doing?
You can definitely see how well he's doing. Target's not that far out. You saw that he split his own arrow.
Dope.
He's doing very well.
He says in character. Dope.
You would also see that
Internet nodding.
Efiri is still in the line. She is still part of this. Though she's looking at her fletching of the next arrow and kind of practicing pulling it back a bit with a bit of curious look on her face. Eventually, though, the targets are moved back by 20 feet to 50 feet distance, and everyone is commanded to knock again and release.
Loose.
25. Or 24.
25,
24.
Boonk.
You have rolled no lower than an 18 so far.
Nice.
Knock on wood, everybody.
Complete flip and complete change from what you've been rolling.
Fuck, I don't got any wood. Fuck, bastard.
There is a cheer, and quite a few people actually start leaning around you, Praspidus, and you hear some people betting, "I've got 50 on the white one." It's like, "I'll take that bet, but I'm on the black one."
I'm the white one, by the way.
I know. We all know.
And on the other
Whitey.
side, there are people going, it's like, "Those winged creatures are pretty good, but I don't know that hooded one. He hasn't missed a shot so far either."
Can I recognize anything about the hooded one?
Give me a perception check.
Is it? Ooh, yeah. Good.
Yeah, I'll also do a perception. Like, how many of us are left after the third arrow?
There are 16 after the third arrow left.
I got a 21.
21, completely new figure. You have no idea who this is.
Mostly I'm looking at the outfit. Is it similar to Needles?
Very, very similar.
Okay, so Liban.
Almost exact make.
All right, I know what faction that one belongs to. Keeping my eye. Because I have two.
You were then commanded to knock another arrow. Everyone around does. Fury's only a couple of lines down. You wanted to do a perception check as well, Zara?
It was gonna be if there's less than 16, but 16 I'm not gonna notice one individual person
Okay.
besides Afari.
A Fury.
Theory.
Yeah.
Definitely don't get her name wrong. She will hate that.
I think it's a little too late for that.
25, baby.
Okay.
On a roll, boys. On a roll. Dude,
Sorry,
this
the
cat
natty
is
one's
about-
incoming.
I'm gonna throw this
After-
cat out the window, folks.
Not out the window. He would never do such a thing.
I
There
would
is
never
no
do
animal
such a
cruelty
thing.
going on. We do not bring
No.
brooms to dogs. We are not animal cruel
Those
people.
people.
We are very
I'm
friendly
just
to animals and
saying-
we love them very much.
If I were that kind of person, this would be the cat.
A lot of people are then escorted away from the line again. There are 10 individuals left, and the target is moved back from 50 to 80. There is more people discussing around, a lot more bets being made in amongst individuals, Praspidus. You hear a lot of people beginning to bet on Zorai.
There's this thing
I'm
where she'll
impressed.
bother me, and then I'll open the door and be like, "Come in," and then she's like, "Meow," and then runs the other way. And I'm
She
like,
wants to play. Give me another
Sorry.
check.
She's toying with you.
Wait, a check or a roll?
Give me another roll, yeah. Just with
Just
your
wanted to make
dex and
yep, just
proficiency.
attack plus 6.
Yeah.
19?
19. You're a little off center on this one. The distance, you end up hitting just below the bullseye mark on one of the outer ring areas. And that precipitous brings the crowd into a bit of a ooh, as Afiri did not miss her shot, and the other hooded individual also did not. And this is when everyone is escorted out, except for yourself, Zarai, Afiri, and the hooded individual. There are only 3 of you left.
And 1 arrow left.
We have 2 actually.
1
Pay
arrow.
attention.
That was 5.
2? We shot 4.
You've shot 5 now. It's been 2 moved back, 2 moved back. That was your 5th arrow.
Okay.
But before the final arrow is done, there is a shout for the people to move the targets back again, and they are moved back to 150 feet away. There is a... Zara, you hear a slight cuss from the individual next to you, the hooded one. And
Oh yeah, now
Afiri-
there's just the 3 of us. I want to do a
Just the 3
perception
of
on
you.
that mob.
Give me a perception.
I'm not using that dice because it's been rolling me good. I'm going to use this one because I don't care about this one. I'm not spoiling that one. 18.
18. It is a 5'6" individual wearing a blackened type cloak, face mask up. They are clearly wearing Lebon armor and have an insignia that you've seen before. It's the same kind of insignia that Needle was wearing,
That son of a bitch.
but shorter than Needle. You know it is not Needle. This is outside of the longbow range, so you will be shooting this at...
Oh, my longbow range was 150.
Longbow range is 120. If it's 150, then they moved it back to 160.
Okay, I'll look at it. Okay.
Essentially, this last arrow is the challenge of who can get one of these long shots off. With your perception, you would also realize that Afiri and the individual next to you have also been splitting their arrows.
Wait, say that one more time. You cut out for me.
Yeah, you cut out.
Afiri and the individual next to you have also been splitting their arrows. They've been doing just as well as you. Last one at disadvantage. The crowd goes quiet.
Come on, 2 nat 20s in a row. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
22.
22.
22?
Your arrow flies, spins, arcs up, swoop, lands just above where all the other ones hit, and you hit into that center area. The hooded individual pulls up, fires, gust of wind, the arrow just flies off, and you hear him just go, fuck. A Fury pulls back, pulls a little more, looses, goes through the air, splits her own arrow. Rolled a natty 20 for her and a natural 1 for him. Woo! So, thank you, Hilondril. I got that. I got that too. 2 natties on my side here.
Rolled a 16 and a 19.
Oh. Yeah. 20.
She rolled a natty
Guys,
20 at disadvantage?
She rolled 2 natty 20s, dude.
Fuck you and your crits against my character, whether it be actually against me or just bursting me, you fucking piece of
It
shit.
goes 2 ways.
No, it doesn't!
Apparently it does!
I rolled 1. But I did roll a lot of good ones too, though. But
You did roll a lot of good ones. That was very good. There is an uproar in the crowd as the hooded figure kind of looks at the bow and just drops it and moves on, walks off. A Fury smiles, looks at you, and is like, that was really good. You had me sweating there for a moment.
I'm just pissed. Because I didn't do bad either and I still lost.
Came in second at least.
Yeah, second is first loser.
With that attitude, it is. She turns around, waves at the crowd, big beaming smile, a hand wave around, a lot of people roaring and screaming for them. Individuals to your left, Praspidus, you hear coins exchanging hands. And one of them's like, I really thought the white one would do it. He was doing so well. Black one's a
Good
fear.
view.
What was that?
Do I have a good view of the two targets?
You have a decent view of it. It's not the cleanest. There are people kind of in the way, and the targets are far off at this point.
Mm-hmm. I just want to make sure they're good.
Good.
It looks like the shots were really good, right?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh. Okay. 5. I rolled a natural 1 again.
Their targets, they're out there. Judging by the reaction of the audience, yeah, they must have been good shots.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I gather myself up and I start heading towards where the single combats are going to be.
Okay. Fury looks at you after she's done acknowledging the crowd and is like, gave it your best shot. Don't hate yourself for losing. You're against a pro here. She gives you a cheeky grin. You in the single combats?
Nah,
Oh.
not my style.
Well, I am. If you care to watch it all, I'm up second.
I'll see if I can get to that. I got some people I gotta meet up, but I'll try.
Of course.
I gotta get going.
She before you do that, we'll head to an early break after this moment. But before you do that, she walks up, scrunches Steve's under his cheek and is like, "Good to see you, Steve." And then walks off again. And with that, the end of the marksman. So freaking close. Sorry.
Is there a second place
close.
prize for like if I bet on first and like I guess second?
There is. You didn't bet on a Fury, so that 50 is sadly lost. However, you do get a 250 gold prize for winning second, but you don't get the magic item,
Yeah.
which you see her get the braces of some kind. Right.
Bastard.
We
Bitch
will
got
be back in 10 or so minutos here.
bastard.
Our wonderful Jeff has to dash away. One of his roommates is going away, so little party for them. Wish them well. Good luck to the roommates. We'll be back with some single combats here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bitty. And welcome back, everyone. We just had a wonderful little sing-along. Thank you, Prologue, for that.
He must be
Right.
swift as a coursing river. Sorry.
Right,
That's
before
about
we
as much as we can do before we get copyright.
that
Yeah,
is-
exactly.
That is as much as we can do yet. So, Prologue and Yolandriel, you'll make it to the first combats easy enough, seeing as you headed over there in time. You do Paraspidus.
Where is
Prologue and
Anubisai?
Paraspidus. Did I say Yolandriel? I said Yolandriel, didn't I?
You
I think
did.
the name's wrong. I was about to ask Anubisai, when are you heading over to the arena? You would see Prologue inside the inn,
I
chilling
have
and
questions
having some
for
food.
her.
Okay, yeah. Let's
I was
go
going to
that
leave
first.
at 10 o'clock. Or unless somebody comes by and announces the games are sooner.
Okay. So, Prologue, what do you have for Anubisai?
Anubisai, good news. I talked to our good friend Carson, and he said that if you know the original spell that made you the way that you are, we could maybe get you a tattoo after all.
Interesting. Unfortunately, no, I don't.
Ah,
I lost all my spells.
fortunate. I wonder if there is a way to guess.
Find another magic person.
Great idea. We capture that smiley guy, make him tell us.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. Keep this in mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this time you hear an individual walking around with another bell going, "Single combat starting 10 minutes! Single combat starting 10 minutes!" Yep, Yolandro, you wake up hearing that.
I'm like, oh, I wake up like, I wake up like I'm late for school, you know? I'm like,
Oh, no.
fuck. Yeah.
Am I wearing
grab
pants?
stuff.
Oh.
I grab my
You
clothes,
have your piece
my
of toast?
armor. I'll grab a piece of toast on the way out if there's some bread goods. in
Orin
this
gives you a
tavern.
couple of nibbles.
Carb up.
Mhm.
Bread and cheese, basic platter. Olives.
All right. Do I see Prologue and Anubis when I get down?
You would, and the both of you would see him in a bit of a panicked state.
Andrea, good morning.
I'm gonna be like, oh, and then I'm gonna see them just like sitting there while Prologue finishes his breakfast, and I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. Whew. I thought I was late.
I don't think so. Not yet.
Single combats, 5 minutes. Ding, 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 ding.
You're probably not first.
No, I'm
No,
know?
but 5 15-second combats can happen pretty fast.
There's another piece of paper nailed to the door, and it looks like it's got that chart of who's up and all that. And when you gander through it, you see that you're second. Or sixth. Not second.
Oh, I was going to say,
Not second. That would be a
better run.
panic attack.
Okay, I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna double check when is Anubis
11th.
11th. I'm gonna say Anubis, you're 11th. I'll see you then. And then as I leave, I give Prologue a friendly fist to the shoulder. You know, like see you later.
Prologue does the same. And says, Anubis, what's your plan? Are you coming with, or are you sticking around here for a bit?
Oh, I'm heading out there right now.
Nice. I will join you two.
Okay, we head
Head
that
off
way.
to the Coliseum.
All right.
But I'm going straight to contestant entry.
Okay. Contestant entry. When you and Eulandriel, when Anubis and Eulandriel get to the contestant entry area, when you're allowed in, there are a wide collage of different individuals, like practicing with weapons, swinging, limbering up, so to speak. The two of you go ahead and give me some perception checks.
You see a rock complaining about people not cleaning their weapons.
I don't see
11.
anything.
11. Eulandriel, through the crowd area, kind of off in a darkened corner, there are a lot of different kinds of people, but two of them kind of strike you a different way. They're more standing in a corner watching. They're not limbering up, as everyone else is. One of
Horse
them,
watchers.
kind of, yeah. One of them is a large individual. He stands roughly around 6'8", 6'9", height, frame, very muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to be human, blackened short hair, scruffy look.
Okay, I'm
Very-
gonna roll an insight on both of them
Perfect.
from afar.
Let me finish through the description quickly.
Sorry.
Perfect kind of skin. He looks very pristine. The other individual is a woman, standing around 5'5", 5'6", maybe, long black hair, kind of smiling at the people that they're watching. You can tell that she's got this cloak. You can't see anything else underneath. The taller individual has a battle axe strapped to his back, and every now and then she kind of nudges, whispers something. The larger individual just grunts, nods, and she chuckles a little and smiles.
Okay.
From
From
sizing
afar,
everybody up.
I'm gonna roll an insight. That's
Okay.
possible.
Give me an insight. And what was that, Anubisai?
I just said they're sizing everybody up.
Hmm.
Something like that. But I didn't see him, so I don't care. I'm going straight
16.
for my barrel.
Nice.
Okay. The guard who has your barrel, he's also on duty, looks at you and says, barrel? Do you want your barrel? I'll go fetch that for you. Comes back with your barrel. This is a barrel of oil. You're not planning on lighting anyone on... What is this for?
Combat.
Well, I'll be betting on you. He hands it over.
Good choice. Always bet on death.
Strange term of phrase, but alright. Sure. What?
Death always wins in the end.
In the end, yes. But hopefully not here.
My insight was a 16.
Okay.
Gotta love that +5 insight. Boys.
While I type this message out to your Londriel here,
Mm-hmm.
Prologue. You do run into Praspidus arriving at the area.
18.
Prologue, excellent. I take it the other two have arrived already?
Yes. So we came together.
Perfect.
I believe Anubisai went right in. Unsure what your Londriel's doing.
Excellent. Excellent.
How was the archery?
Well, I will tell you, Zarai nearly won from what I could tell. He
So
he
he
very
did not
nearly...
win.
No, he came in second, but people were betting on him left and right, and there was a lot of hushed tones on the last draw, and a lot of and woo when the shot was made. So, from what I can tell, it was really good. But Blood's tiefling friend that stole from me is the one that won.
Wily.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to see what happens here. Do you expect that Anubisai and your Londriel will have to fight each other in the end?
I did not pay attention to what the brackets are, so I don't know. I expect Anubisai will face the champion.
As do I. With that in mind, Praspidus is going to go look to see whether or not there's a way he can bet on Anubisai and your Londriel for their fights before their fights even come up.
Yeah.
Prologue would like to join in this endeavor.
Yep. You can definitely bet on future fights. They don't have to be happening at the moment. You do find essentially a bookie who takes the money and writes it down, and a runner who starts spreading the word that you bet on those individuals for those fights.
Yep.
Now that
Anubisai for
Zara is
Anubisai
not
and
here.
your Londriel for your Londriels.
Okay.
What?
Mark that down.
Prologue would like to bet on Anubisai to win all of her fights. No bets for Yolandriel yet.
You can only bet on that one fight at a time. You can't bet on
Okay.
them winning and then bet on them winning the future fights. It's only the current fight that they're in. So go ahead
Okay.
and mark that 50 out of your sheety there.
Check.
Anubisai.
I didn't want to bring this up because I didn't want to help Zarai's problem, but can I place a bet with multiple bookies?
So, when you bet with one, you notice that there are individuals ready to run and spread word with the other bookies that you have bet on that
Okay.
individual.
Can't stack them.
You can't stack, sadly.
It's like, how many bookies can I visit before I go in? Not that I have that much money to bet with.
While we wait for my fight, I'm gonna find someone with like some wrap, like how boxers do around their like wrists and like in between their fingers and stuff.
Yep.
And around the elbows, like a WWE wrestler.
Yep. While you're kind of looking around for that, Blood does find both of you. He's in the same area. And he comes up and greets the two of you. Hey, saw your names on the bracket. You, placing any bets on us?
I don't bet, but
That's a shame.
maybe Anubisai did.
Oh,
Nope.
that's a shame too. Although I don't blame you. I got it wrong. I'm not facing you first, but if I win, I'll be facing you next. I have no doubt you're
This
gonna
is-
win.
After Anubisai.
Please
I'm
don't
gonna like
look
smile
sad.
at that, and I'm gonna be like, I mean, you might be making
never
a safe
know.
bet on that one.
You
What?
might be able to avoid death today.
Oh no, well, I mean, I'm gonna win mine, definitely, but between you and me, I don't know. I'm still gonna be betting on myself. We'll see what goes though. We'll see how it goes. There's a
You might change your mind after today's fight when you see me.
I've already seen you in action. A couple of times.
Nah, I've never been in action, really.
Well then,
I've just been going through the motions.
I'll be paying close attention then.
Uh-huh.
And you, your laundry, you'll see that Schlieflith, he's wrapping his hands the same way, doing that kind of stuff, and he looks like he's got plenty to spare.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, can I use some of that? I'll pay you for it.
Nah, you're gonna need to pay for it. Ties his off, hands it over to you. Thought I was one of the few who wrapped his hands before this happened.
Yeah, well, you never know when you're gonna get into a fist fight, especially towards the end of a fight.
I go find a crowbar and start wrapping it around my hand. As half the yard goes, I'm out.
I'm out. Bye bye.
And which one is this guy?
This is
Schlieflith?
Schlieflith is the lizard folk.
Thought so. And I'm gonna finish up by saying, and you never know. I'd rather not get a finger jammed, almost pulled off in the middle of a fight.
Oh, yeah. Those suck.
Yeah. What rank are you? What round?
Totally.
Schlieflith. I'm towards the end of the day. I'm 15th.
I'll be sure to hang out. Wait to see how you do.
I'm facing some guy named Khan. Don't know who he is. Never.
God!
No H, but yeah. Haven't heard of him and his crew before. There's a few of them in here.
You guys notice those two over there? And I point in the direction of, like, lightly, kind of like go like that.
Yeah, we noticed him. Not sure about the
I
little
think they're
one.
gonna be.
The big one's a bit intimidating.
I think they're gonna be a bigger issue than anyone else here, other than good old Nubisai here. Of course.
Is there a shield dummy?
Shield dummy? Meaning,
Yeah,
Like
something
a-
that has suspended a shield, that people practice.
yeah, there's a
On.
few. There's practicing equipment in this area. Most of them are being used.
I don't care if one's being used. I'm going to walk up and put my fist through it.
Give me a strength check,
Flap.
or just an attack roll with your fist attack.
Mm-hmm. That's technically a strength check too.
Yeah.
It's actually better.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
See if I can roll a 1.
Oh,
That's 27.
good
Clean
Christ.
through.
Straight through. Straight
Clean
through.
through.
Without hesitation.
There are
And I go, I hope the people are thicker.
the person who was practicing on it. This dwarf who was just punching away, looks at you, looks at it, and is, what's your name?
People call me Nubisai, but mostly I'm just death.
Nubisai. He pulls out a scrap piece of paper in his pocket, looks at it, and says, oh, thank God. Good luck. Wanders off.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at I already forgot
There's
this
a few
guy's
people
name.
scared of you now.
I'm gonna look at both of them and say, yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. After that display of sheer power.
Blood is just smiling, looking at it, and she's like, I'm glad I'm not in his bracket. Or her bracket. Sorry, it's a suit of metal. I'm used to Laban.
I really don't think she cares. I say while I stare directly at Anubis as she walks back to the group. As long as you don't get in her way.
There is a loud bang as the announcer starts to begin announcing the beginnings of the single combats. And you notice over by the gates, there are 2 different individual gates. And one of them is being opened up, and this individual, Jathor, an elf kind with his tied back long hair, holding a bow, is introduced and released into the area. Prologue and Praspitus, you see this person come out waving at the crowds, smiling, and then Ulrich, who's standing at the other gate, just fluff out his wings, look at his lance, measure the weight. The gate's lifted up, and he looks back at you, Yolondriel, before walking out into the arena. And as they come out, the announcer announces their names, they get into position. Now that you're up there looking into the arena, you see it looks different. There are pillars placed in areas, objects put into the arena itself to change the field and make it look not just an open field, but obscured in certain areas. For this one, the Jathor, he really tries. He takes arrow after arrow, but Ulrich is so deft and nimble in the air, he's just dodging back and forth and then swooping down, slamming into him, sending him keeling on his feet, just getting back on the ground. But after a couple of minutes, Jathor does fall, and Ulrich advances.
Okay. What would it be? Investigation, perception, or insight to study the way he fights?
I'd make that insight.
Okay.
Insight or investigation, actually, one of those 2. Prologue. You're muted.
So there's a net
Yeah.
above. Is
There
there
is.
something keeping the crowd from the arena?
From the arena, the net is keeping the crowd from the arena.
So it goes all dome.
It's not a
Yeah.
dome. There is a 30-foot wall up, and then the stands for the arenas 30 feet up, and the net is placed around that 30 feet area.
We're looking down like a
You're
pit
looking
situation.
down like a pit situation.
Yeah.
16 insight.
16. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's very nimble in the air. He's very, very good at flying around. You can tell he's faster than you. He's definitely better at flying. And every time he flew by, Jathor did not have enough time to react or try to attack back.
Okay. I think to myself,
Which did you use?
insight.
Insight? You would also be able to tell he's holding back.
Okay. All right. I take in that information and I plan accordingly.
Okay. That is the first round. Second round is a Fury versus an individual named Vithram, who is a Dragonborn, released out. The Dragonborn has no ranged equipment and is not prepared for a flying combatant. And with the equipment that a Fury has, they quickly fall. It's basically a Fury flies 30 feet in the air and just releases bolt after bolt after bolt.
You're cutting out a lot, Murray.
Yeah, that would be the internet crapping out on me again. Yay!
Oh no! Yay!
Yay! Don't you love technical difficulties? It's one of our favorites.
It's
All the worlds.
the individual Fury fights loses
Mm-hmm.
very, very quickly. Most of these I'm just going to graze by, and I'll let you know who wins in the end. However, the next one, Paraspidus, it's that same figure from the Marksman. He's introduced with that long barrel of his against another person from... Where is this person from? Also a Dragonborn. The individual climbs up one of the pillars, gets out of the way, and as the Dragonborn's trying to climb up, he basically gets shot multiple times. You hear loud bangs coming from the arena, and large splats of blood coming from the Dragonborn as these bangs are appearing and happening. They eventually do also fall, and the cloaked individual advances to the next round. Eventually, there's one more we have to touch on before you, Yolandriel.
Mm-hmm.
The name Kelkos is announced, and the very large individual with the battle axe struts over to the gates, and you would hear the female call out to him, "Don't kill him." And there's a grunt from the large individual as they walk through the gate. This is very swift.
Did somebody say kill? Does somebody know how to kill in here?
But this is a very swift round. There is a loud roar from inside the arena, and while you're watching this axe, it looks almost as though they cut very deeply. One of the limbs of the individual they're fighting is cut clean off. Loses the right arm, they're screaming, the axe is brought up again, stops, just fist to the face. And Barnabas, the opponent, falls to the ground. Paraspidus and Brolog, there's a lot of ooh in the crowd as the right arm is severed from the person. And the announcer does call out and is like, "Well, that's gonna take some stitching."
Paraspidus
They might try.
and Brolog, you both notice that there is zero reaction from Yolandriel.
Well, they can't see.
Grolok
you.
also does not care.
They cannot see.
Oh,
you. You're
I'm
inside.
like down.
Yeah,
I'm down
you were
below.
down in the-
Sorry.
in the training area.
That is true. I am next. I forgot.
Grolok is unimpressed.
Anubis,
Defeat of
you
it.
can see me.
insignificant opponent.
You see that I am unaffected.
Does the guy look fleshy?
Which one?
The one that just won.
Yes, fleshy. There's a lot of skin showing. It's a bit of a darker skin. They look humanoid.
No, it was a good fight.
They come back in, blood dripping from the axe, and look over at the female. I didn't kill him. Good. Mother would be proud.
Did I hear this?
You would hear this, yes.
So I'll speak up. Is it possible to kill?
Probably
May-
not the best for us to do there, Anubisai, I say, as I kind of like look over my shoulder back at you as I go get ready.
The large individual Kelkos, as you know his name to be now, just kind of snuffs and walks off back over to his corner, and the female just flashes you a smile, winks, and turns around and walks over to where Kelkos is standing.
Interesting. Massive damage. Okay.
Eulandriel, your name is
Yep.
Cold, along with the name Anna. And you see this cloaked person walk up. You would notice that they come from a group of people who are kind of standing off to the side. They are all wearing identical uniforms.
Okay. I'm gonna extend my hand in a handshake. Say
They
good luck.
look at the hand, don't say anything, and they don't shake. When their name is called, they leave, walk through the gate.
Okay. Following behind. I'm gonna use Vigilant Blessing to give myself advantage on the roll.
Okay. The announcer does his work. So in one corner we have Anna, an individual from someplace off in the north. And a Eulandriel, a pride contester from yesterday's battles. And let the fight begin. I'll move you over to the appropriate screen here.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
Do. Ooh, go ahead and give me that lovely initiative.
It's gonna be 19
Ooh,
with advantage.
we roll theirs and see. Ooh, you are definitely going first. Yep,
Okay.
they got a 14.
I am going to do.
Oh, I did not give you all sight. There you go. That's what Eulandriel sees as well. So you can all see him. So you are up first. What is your opening moves? Hey, there we go. We're back. So, now that we know we have internet problems, we're catching it. Yay! You guys basically missed absolutely nothing. Yeah, other than Eulandriel using his movement and casting Vigilant Blessing on yourself?
Yep. And moving forward 30 feet. That's all I did.
Forward 30 feet.
And yes, hold on 1 second. Let me check my bonus actions before I do anything. Yep, that's it
Okay.
for now.
This individual is going to kind of tilt its head a little, reach back, pull out a heavy crossbow, and loose a bolt at you. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Thunk.
A thunk. Ooh. That's 11 points of damage.
Okay. I take that on the chin.
Of piercing there. They are then going to... Let's see. Dash back there. And end their turn at that point. You have lost sight of them.
Okay. Well, then what I'm going to do is... So at the end of my turn, I'm going to grant myself another round of temporary hit points, but I'm going to use a... No, never mind. I'm just going to run this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Like that. And then I'm going to end my turn and grant myself those 10 hit points again. For 10. Nice. 2 good rolls right in a row.
For 10 again. Okay.
Twilight Sanctuary is actually pretty fucking dope.
It is.
If you know how to
yeah.
use it.
Yeah. Definitely if you know how to use it. It's your turn again.
Okay, well, I don't like the sounds of those things. I see him now, though, so I am going to do...
Give me a perception check.
Ugh. 18? 18, yep.
18?
Mm-hmm.
You just barely see part of him hiding behind this area. Looks like he's got this crossbow and he's readying it up again and he's waiting to see you.
Okay. I'm going to spell. Where's it at? Yeah, I'm just going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 1. Let me double check the distance real quick. It's 120 feet. Perfect. Yeah, Guiding Bolt, which is a roll to hit. And he's behind cover, so what does that mean?
That gives him +5 to his AC.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and hit him. With a... Let's roll the hit on that. Ooh, nice. 21.
21 does not hit.
Ugh, rough living.
The bolt whizzes past. There's a flinch and then a movement as he breaks the cover and looses the bolt as you trigger his readied action.
Okay.
He's loosing a singular bolt at you, and that's only 11 to hit.
Did you say 11? You cut out.
Yeah, that was an 11 to hit.
Yeah, I go like this at that one, and I look directly at him this time.
They kind of just tilt their head again, and on their turn, reload and launch another bolt. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just measuring a few things. Yeah. Another bolt. Ooh. 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Let's go.
That's going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The
He does that.
crowds are cheering each time you get hit by a bolt, or each time you each launch an attack at each other. He will then break his cover. Oh, shoot, that's right. Putting them there does that. Do. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's all his movement. It is all his movement. As he gets there, it looks as though he's breaking cover for this rock here. We can actually zoom in a bit
Okay.
on there.
Then for sure I'm gonna try and hit him again as he's going. As soon as he breaks that cover, I am also going to start moving in this direction. 5, 10, 15, and then I'm gonna hit him. Try and hit him. Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt, give me an attack roll.
22.
22, that hits.
Okay. Roll for damage. Actually, I'm gonna use raw dice for this. I have the dice. I have the
He
dice.
has the dice.
That was a good one. Okay. 26 damage.
What kind of damage is that?
Oh. Actually, 1 second. I miscounted. So it's actually. I'm going to take. I'm just going to re-roll because I fucked up the rolls on that. I rolled
Okay.
66 for some reason because I thought it was a level 3, but it's a level
Hell
1.
no.
Yep. So my actual roll, excuse me, is 16 damage.
16.
And that is going to be. It should be. Oh, it doesn't say whether or not it's. Yeah, it's radiant. Radiant damage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like everyone to give me an insight or a perception check. This includes
Everyone?
you.
Me too?
Everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I use a superiority die for my insight?
This would be tactical. I mean, if you're doing the tactical thing, you do have that superiority side chosen.
Exactly.
Well, this isn't insight. This is perception. Sorry.
I thought you said it's insight or perception.
No. Sorry. Correction to perception. It should
then
be a
never mind, I
perception
can't
check.
do that.
Yeah.
11.
11. Prologue.
Did you get my message?
I did.
Is this
Yes.
different?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
for a different
there's-
one. Yep.
Okay, I just got a natty 1.
Natty 1. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. It looks like. What was yours? Your Londriel?
8.
8.
8.
Okay. Your bolt hits. And you. How much damage did you say?
That's me. That's. What did I say? 16. 16.
16.
What I
Okay.
got. Yep.
Okay. Your bolt
That'd be
hits.
32 doubled.
They flinch and continue running forward. Anything else on your turn?
can't cast the spell twice. So I might do a cantrip though. Ooh.
You can do a cantrip, yeah.
Hello. Hello. $60 feet. How far away from this
You
guy
are
am
30
I?
feet from him.
Nice. Okay, so I am gonna do Sacred Flame. One action, instantaneous. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Dex saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefits from cover for the saving throw.
Okay, dex saving throw.
And it's actually a 2d8 now because I'm level 5, so...
Yeah,
Yes.
that is a 9, which I'm pretty sure fails.
Yes,
so
that
2d8.
does. 10, even.
10
And
even.
then I end my turn and give myself more temp hit points.
The crowd. Can you do that? Is that every single turn, or is it each individual?
Let me
once?
reread it to you, and you.
Because that's OP.
Because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. Because this is what it says.
I mean, hella good if it's true.
Whenever
seems
a
OP right
creature, whenever a creature you choose, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits.
Okay, a creature. That's the caveat, is a singular creature. So if you're in a party, you have to choose which creature that is.
Choose, exactly. So that's why it kind of evens out.
And you're the only one getting the benefit right now, so... Okay, yeah, roll that tempi. Keeping in mind, you would be replacing the temp HP you have. It doesn't add on.
Yeah, it doesn't add on. I got you. It's another even 10. Boys,
Even
let's
10.
keep it rolling.
You are still more than health. For this, you failed the first one, but you would notice this time. The radiant damage seems like it's not hurting him near as much.
Okay.
This
Well then.
person, whenever you hit with a radiant thing, it's a small flinch. It's still doing some damage, but they're not really reacting the way normal people do.
All right.
That's your turn?
Yep. That is everything I can do.
They will run up while they do, satchel the crossbow in the back, and pull out a long sword and give a good swipe at you. Is this with a melee attack?
Okay.
Oh dear. That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. Okay, I need you
My
to make a
AC is
strength
15.
saving throw.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that for sure. In fact, yes, I can for sure do that. That's gonna be a 21.
21. Goes for the legs, sweeps through, manages to meet and cut a good gash into you, but you stay on your feet.
Okay.
And they
How
deal.
much damage is that?
Ooh. A delightful. What is that? 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, hang on.
That's only.
This is a long sword. So this is with their strength, not their dex, which is very, very different. Huge different number. That's only 10 points of slashing damage.
Oh. This dude's just eating into my temp hit point every single time.
They will be swiping again.
Let's go. Let's do it again. Give us another one.
With an 11 to hit. Dodging
ain't
out of
got
the way,
shit on me.
deft. Just staying away constantly. That is their turn.
Okay. I'm going to look at them and I'm going to say, you should have stayed at range. And I am going to cast. Where is it? Inflict wounds at level 3.
Okay. What is that, a attack or a save?
make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic.
Necrotic? Okay, go for it.
Yeah. What is that? Let me double check. What is 2? So 21.
21, that hits.
Okay.
You lay your hands on them, cast the spell, it hits, they twist their head as nothing happens. They take no
I
damage
say,
from it.
Shit. And then I just hit him with my halberd.
All right. Leon, the inflict wounds, that's an action.
Yeah, attack action. Attack to hit, right?
It's a spell. Does the spell take an action to do?
Yes, it takes an action.
Then you cannot
It's
do an
a
attack.
make a.
It's a spell to cast the action. When a spell action is different from an attack action. You get 2 attacks when you take the attack action.
Okay.
Some regrets.
Actually. Okay. Then as a bonus action, fuck, I can't do that yet. All right, I'm just gonna heal myself again. Temp.
10 hit points? Okay.
9. Okay.
9. All right. They are going to continue attacking at you. Do you have your halberd in your hand?
Hmm?
Do you have your halberd out?
Yeah. That's what I cast through.
Oh, right, yeah.
Or
That's right,
cast
because it's your focus. They are going to, with their other hand, pull out a short sword and give one swipe with the short sword for a natural 20.
Okay, that hits.
I will need you to make a strength saving throw again.
11.
11. Your halberd goes flying from your hands.
Cool.
Is knocked from your hand, lands on the ground about... It's still next to you, but it's 5 feet from you. You are disarmed currently. And you take... Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Even with a crit, it's 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of math. Hold on. 8 from my full. Okay.
And then they will attack with the longsword in their other hand. Ooh. With only a 13 to hit.
That does not hit. Get wrecked, scrub.
Alright. This whole time, what you can see of the face, there's no reactions of any kind. There's no excitement, no disappointment, no pain, nothing. It's your turn.
Okay. 1 second. I'm reading what this spell does. 1 second.
It'll take your bonus action to pick up your halberd.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna grab my halberd then, and then. Shit. Yeah, I'm going to blind him, I guess. One action. You can blind or deafen a foe. Choose one creature that you can see within range to make a con saving throw. If it fails, the target is either blinded or deafened. Blah, blah, blah. At level 2. Which is, yeah, level 2. Con of 14 to beat. You're muted.
Okay. Thank you. That is, I rolled a 10, they have +6, so that's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do. Heal myself again.
That 10 pinpoints. That is gonna be a killer. Alright. They're gonna continue trying to attack first with a short sword, then with the long sword. Ooh. Short sword is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Long sword. That dice decided to run away. Long sword's an natty 1. Why did you decide to run away? So... That is 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I'm just gonna hit this fucking thing twice.
With your halberd?
Just straight up.
Yeah?
Yep. To hit again. 6. 17. First
17 hits. Just barely hits.
16 on the second one.
16 misses.
Yep. Nine damage, slashing.
9.
Mm-hmm.
They look a little injured. You can see that you've started to do some damage to them. There's gash now, moving a little slower where you hit them with that bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Still a little healthy, but
I'm going to heal once more.
10 hit points. Yay!
For a full 11, I've rolled 3 6s
Good
on my
grief.
10 hit points.
And they're going to repeat their process.
Mhm.
Continue attacking with the short and with the long, constantly trying to move around the long length of that halberd, staying close to you as much as possible.
Got it. Let's do it.
That's a 21 to hit with the short.
Yep.
And 14 to hit with the long sword. No, so
Nope.
just the short again. Ooh. That would be 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay, take that right on the chin. And I'm just gonna keep swinging on this thing. $18 to hit on the
What?
first one. Something go down again?
No, apparently Skepti cannot hear me, even though I'm getting
No.
I'm getting full response
getting
from
full-
everything. Yeah, and nothing is muted or wrong on my side.
Damn. Okay. Do you want to take a
No,
fiver?
never
to
mind.
do
Actually,
that?
I can hear me perfectly fine. Skepti, that's on you.
Yeah,
Carry on.
sketchy problem.
Oh, woo, woo. Okay, 18 to hit on the first one,
18 hits.
22 on the second.
22 hits.
– 21 damage in total from both hits. Thwap, thwap. And then I'm gonna heal myself.
Wait, what? Okay. 21 total. That dealt a hefty chunk into them. That really hurt.
And I'm gonna heal again. You double checking the audio? Quick.
Yeah, I'm double checking audio so you can heal up. Yeah, so there might be a little audio glitches, mainly because the internet is crapping out and being a piece of shit again,
As always.
as it typically is. Yeah, our upload speed is back down to 2.9, well, to 0.29. But we're going to continue on. Everything will be recorded and posted up on YouTube, so it'll all be there. And that stuff is perfectly fine when it gets up there, so please roll with us. Thank you. I'm sorry. Sorry about all these tech difficulties. Let's see. Right. They are going to make an attack against you again, first with a short sword. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
With a nat 20 strength saving throw. And I just like flex my muscles and the sword like bounces off.
They slash through, slash all along the forearm of your arm, give a good gash, but you manage to hold on to your halberd as they deal 17 points of slashing damage with the short sword.
So that's gonna.
Then they attack with the long sword. Ooh, that's
So you said 17, right?
yeah, 17.
Okay, so 1 second, let me get the damage on that. 29, boys. So that's second one.
A second is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh. It's 11 points of slashing damage. As he manages
That'll
to
do.
stab into an abdominal type area just below your armor breastplate. As he does, you get a good look at him, see one of the gashes that you put into him, as it starts to close up a little.
I think this is some fuckery, boys. I am going to hit him twice, use my bonus action as a mass healing word to heal myself, and then give me 10 hit points again. So in that order, that is what I'm going
Perfect,
to do.
okay. You're a cleric, you can heal yourself.
Yep. What is that? 6 is 23 to hit on the first one,
That hits.
a 19 to hit on the second one.
That also hits.
$25. I rolled a 9 and a 10 for those slashes.
25.
25, and then I'm going to heal myself. God damn it! Oh, what is that?
You bring the halberd up, slash all up the foot, chest, blood splatters. It's thicker, coarser, blacker. Slash around the chest again. Another big gash. They stumble a little bit, barely standing on their feet.
I heal for 7, and then I temp points for 6. Unfortunately, that's a terrible roll. Okay.
Okay. They are going to swipe at your feet with a short sword.
Mm-hmm.
With a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
21.
You pass. You succeed at staying on your feet as they try to knock you prone.
Yep.
This deals... Oh, shit for damage. 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, 1 second. That. All right.
They slash out with the long sword. Ooh, that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For, 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then in a blur of movement, they attack 2 more times.
Cool.
First with the short. Natural 20.
Okay. I'm dead.
This is...
No, you're so close.
17 points of slashing damage.
Yep, I'm down.
You all see as they move very quickly, this individual slash out at the legs, slash upward with the sword, and then in an opening, bring the short blade into Yolondriel's chest and through, and then bring it out with blood splattering around. The crowd goes wild as they see Yolondriel fall to the combatant. The individual doesn't do anything for the crowd. They just start walking straight towards the gate.
Ouch.
I am so sorry, Yolondriel.
I don't care.
That is the dice rolls, yeah.
He's still
Better in a group.
non-fatal combat, so
Mm-hmm.
The gates open. Precipitous prologue, you see people with stretchers come running out, begin to bundle up Yolondriel into a stretcher, and then there's a noise from one of the areas as this armored individual comes out. From a different gate. Comes walking up, holds his hand up, walks over. There's a pulse. Yolondriel, during this time, you see it's not a white light. It's as if you're still alive, awake, up, moving through, you're walking next to someone. You look over and you see Emla walking beside you. You're both laughing, he's holding the halberd, he's wearing the breastplate, and you have this helmet on. As you continue moving just down a road, traveling from one place to another, completely different landscape. You don't recognize any of it. There's a flash as you open your eyes and you see the iron or metal-clad Emlar standing above you.
Mm-hmm.
Looks down, pulls the helmet off, and he's got a bit of a worried look and says, "Are you alright?"
I give him one of these.
Alright. He looks up, and you can see that he's looking the direction of that person who you fought for what going away. I thought you had that.
No, I didn't, I say, and I get up and I am walking out of the arena.
He's gonna tail behind you. He's not gonna say anything. For a bit, at least. But he'll heal you up. You quickly learn that he's got some tricks up his sleeves to give you some health. He'll get you to about half your health. As he sits with you, when you get into the prep area, Anubisai, the large male and the female, were very keenly the entire time watching that fight. And when Yolandriel went down, the female snickered, laughs. And you can hear her say, good. She turns and walks to a different corner. The male just looks a little angry, turns and walks off
I missed
again.
what she said.
She said, she just smiled and said, good. And walked off. Brolog and Yolandriel. Oh, Prastos, excuse me.
When your Yolandriel's downed, Brolog will look to Percy with a questioning glance, as if to say, would you like me to do anything about this?
Yeah.
Percy seems to be focusing on something across the way from it, so he hasn't quite noticed you yet.
Go ahead and give me that insight check with your superior.
Brolog gives him a little elbow nudge.
Brolog, you notice that he is looking at the woman. This very fine. She's very finely dressed, and she looks to be enjoying herself greatly. And the child on top has a concerned look. The child sitting on her shoulders. Concerned look while he's vigorously writing in a notebook.
19.
Brolog sees that Percy is looking over there, and he says, or would you rather me take care of something else?
I'm so sorry, Brolog. I was not paying attention. Take care of what now? What are we taking care of? Oh, Yolandriel lost. Oh. Well, that's a shame.
Brolog continues to stare at Percy.
As the fights continue and go on, Yolandriel, go for it. Yes, I know what you need to do. Go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just go.
Thank
Yolandriel, Ulrich does come up to you and sits and... I'm sorry.
Emlar?
No, Ulrich. Emlar is still sitting next to you, kind of just fiddling with a few things. But Ulrich, the bird one, the one with the belt.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I thought you had that clearly.
No, I didn't. He wasn't even alive. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to pull the armor off of my chest and hand the halberd and the armor. Say, I'll be back in a minute.
Who you
And
handing
then
it to?
I am Emlar.
Emlar? Okay.
I'm going to say, I'll be back in a minute. And I am going to go for a flight.
Okay.
I need to change over. My VR is crashing again.
Okay.
I'll still be here. There won't be VR.
Okay. That is quite alright.
It'll just be a picture of my knight.
We can work with that. A lot of people, while you're leaving Yolandriel, kind of give you nods of respect. and you can tell a few of them are sparing glances at the group of the individuals of the people from where the one that downed you came from.
Mm-hmm. Do I see them as well?
You see them. There are 6 of them.
Okay. I stop for a second. I consider something. And then I just keep walking forward. Because I left my halberd with Emlar, so probably for the better. So I am gonna go for a flight for a minute.
All right. The fights go by. Blood ends up winning his, somehow without even drawing his rapier. He just basically pummels them certain ways, headbutts them with his horns. Inlu wins his against Willian, the breeder, who has found his way up to Lithrom. Unfortunately, Willian didn't stand a chance against Inlu. Till we get to Anubisai.
Yay.
Your battle...
I'm also going to use the restroom real quick. Sorry.
Go for it. Your fight is announced. You are brought out.
Before we go out,
Mm-hmm.
do I see who I'm going to be fighting?
You do. It is one of the individuals from the group of 6.
What's the group of 6?
The people. It's one of the people from the group that Yolondriel fought.
Have we fought them before or seen them before?
To your recollection, you have not.
Okay. Well then, I'll pick up my keg and grab the nearest torch.
Okay. You are brought out. The match is announced. And everyone is told to begin. Roll me some initiative.
I think this should work. Oh, crap. Just a second.
Ooh.
There we go. Except I have no idea what that is.
It looks cocked to me.
Well, take the lowest. 11.
11? Okay. They are going first. What you missed, Yolondriel and Praspidus, is during Anubisai's fight here. I need to change over screens. She is also fighting one of the individuals from that group. They are going first. They are going to take that woman and child, by the way. They are both still there studying. 2, 3, 4.
Percy is paying very, very close attention to the two of them.
So I'm just standing there, one arm on a keg and the other has a torch, and that's it.
It's kind of standing waiting. They are going to begin moving forward. And they're going to bring up a crossbow and fire with it.
Mm-hmm.
For a 23. No,
Hey, what do you
it's higher
know?
than that. 25.
Ooh, yee, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, they hit.
Okay. 9, 14. 14 half to 7 points of damage.
Okay.
They reload, and that's their turn at that point. They look like they're kind of taking their time a little bit.
Okay. I am gonna saunter up my 30 feet. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am gonna set the keg down. And not being obvious, but I'm gonna kind of like cross my arms. I'm still holding the torch. I can do this regeneration every round too. You're muted?
Yep, I am, thank you. You are holding the torch. They will...
I'm actually burning myself. Is what I
Oh,
meant. But I'm not being
you're straight.
obvious about it.
burning yourself. How much do you regenerate per turn?
Point per point damage. So how much damage does the torch do to
Ah.
me in a turn?
That's 4 points.
Okay.
4 points earned. Just a d6, basically. For a basic torch.
Okay. Yeah, until I light some oil on fire. That's it.
They will make their way up to you while just putting the crossbow away, pulling out their blades, and make 2 attacks. One
Mhm.
with a short, first with a short. That is an 18 to hit.
Nope.
Just scrapes all along the armor. And with the long sword, that's a 12 to hit. Another scrape as well.
So I thought about this. I don't dodge. But what I've become adept at is the art of angles.
Like deflection.
Deflection.
Deflecting the attacks away, yeah.
It's metal on metal, so yeah.
You
Cool.
move from place to place. Okay, that is their turn.
I shall set the torch down gently on the cake. Not to light it on fire yet, just
Okay.
setting it there to rest. Look at him and go, I'll give you this one chance to surrender now.
They don't say anything in reply, they just cock their head at you.
And draw my sword and attack.
Alrighty. Go for that attack roll. Ooh,
25.
that hits.
$13.
13 points of damage. You slash across the chest. Give a good wound to them.
Punch.
I feel like that's cocked. Can't tell if it's a 6 or a 20.
I'll reroll. So that's 17.
17, that hits.
Takes another 13.
Another 13. You are slashing into them, carving away chunks and bits. They look interested. Prosperous, you said you are paying close attention, so give me an insight.
To the lady.
Yes, give me an insight.
Ooh, nat 20 this time. 24.
Okay. I will let you know what that is later. Anything else with your turn, Anubisai?
No.
No? Okay. They will make some attacks against you again. First with a short. That's a 10 to hit.
Ting.
Ting. Then with the long sword. That's an 8 to hit.
Ting. This is totally opposite from
Yes.
Andrea,
It's
unfortunately.
a complete flip. It should have been the other way around.
Yep, it should have been.
Right. That is... You do also see some of the wounds close up a little. All right, it's your turn.
Attack with the sword. Yeah, 13. I think I missed.
13. You miss, and they make an attack against you as you miss.
Okay.
With the short sword. They miss. That's a 10 to hit.
Punch. Oops, that's not. Gotta roll to hit first. Punch.
That die has betrayed me.
22.
22 hits.
9 points.
9 points of damage.
Rolled 2 ones.
Oof. 2 1's always rough.
That's it.
That's it, okay. Their turn. They're going to, again, make 2 attacks against you. First with a short. That's a 26.
That'll hit.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
$24.
24. You hold on to your sword as they slam into your wrist and try to remove the sword from your hand. And that will do... Oh dear. 5, 6... That's 11, 18. 18 half to 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Then with the long sword... That is a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Clinks off the armor again. That'll be their turn.
Attack with the sword. $17.
17 just hits.
God. 13.
13 points of damage.
Not rolling good. And attack with fists. Missed.
Missed.
9.
They are taking an attack against you again with the short sword.
Now that's the thing I gotta learn how to do. Attack on a miss.
12 to hit.
Didn't hit.
12
Nope.
to hit. Didn't hit. All right. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Their turn.
How are they looking?
They're looking a little rough.
Okay.
A little rough for wear. Still capable. But a little rough. They're going to attack with the short. 14 to hit.
Nope.
With the long, it's an 8 to hit.
Nope.
And they're going to move into a swift action
Okay.
and take 2 more attacks.
Okay.
First with the short. That is a 26 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, I need you to make a strength saving throw again.
9.
Your sword goes flying from your hands.
Okay.
Ooh, 9. Let's roll that damage. That is 14 half to 7 points of slashing damage from that short sword.
Okay.
And that's a 22 to hit with the long.
Meets.
Meets beats. Okay. They hit. Four half to 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Minimum damage there. That is their turn. The crowd at this point is just looking and gawking. Praspidus and Brolog, you can tell few people are running to make last-minute bets on Anubis-I. As they can see, as in for Anubis-I to win. As they can see that even with just the clinking against the metal, she's not even moving, not even trying to, just taking the hits. It would be your turn now.
It would be my bonus action to pick it up, right?
Yes, it would be a bonus action to pick it up.
Okay, I'll pick it up because I don't have anything else that requires a bonus action ever. So.
Yep.
Attack with the sword.
They know that.
Come on. I want the crit is what I want. But anyway, that's what, plus 9, 24.
24 hits.
How about better than 13 points of damage? Stupid dice. 14.
All right, they are still up.
Punch. Come on, you keep rolling around. 18.
That hits.
5. 12. Are you muted again?
I am. They are bleeding from multiple locations. This blackish, reddish blood coming out in spots, barely holding on. And they will make some attacks against you. As they do, Praspidus, as you're keeping a clean eye on these two, when Anubis-I picked up her sword, still attacked with it, and then punched, the child started writing down more. Short sword is a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Long sword is a 13 to hit.
Nope.
They miss. It is your turn.
I am going to T-pose. Do you know what that is? Yep.
Yeah, T-pose.
That's it for my turn. Yes, I'm showing off. Sorry, but
They
Rollock starts to boo.
give me a performance check.
Why? I'm not trying to perform.
Not you, Prologue.
Oh, for luck.
It's a 9.
9. Not very many people boo with you. If anything, some people are beginning to boo you for booing them.
Rollock flares his ears and tries to intimidate all those around him who are attempting to boo him.
Well, while you're doing that, when you start to do that, you hear something as the announcer's doing something, because while you started to boo, the individual...
You're cutting out a lot.
Yay! Internet!
Yay!
Okay, let's let the internet calm down a little bit. Okie dokie.
It's still crapping out. Yay! If you can hear me now,
Mhm.
the individual in front of you, Anubis-I, sheathes both their swords and puts both their hands up. And the announcer says, "Looks like we've got a forfeit." And even though they are bleeding from many locations, there is no pain in their eyes.
Orlok still tries to intimidate those booers.
Go for it. Give me an intimidation check.
20.
20. A few of them, actually all of them stop. They all immediately stop booing you and start paying attention to the area again as that announcement comes out. And the individual in front of you, Nubasai, hands still up, begins to walk towards the gate. And leaves through.
Okay, I will slap my sword on the back, pick up my keg and torch, and walk out.
As you're walking through the gate, the large Kalkas and the female are both watching you, and the female's whispering to Kalkas. When she notices, well, if you look over and she notices that, she gives you a sly wink and a smile. As you hear
Ignore
you hear the name, Yolondriel, where did you go after your flight?
Back to grab my armor.
Grab your armor? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Emlar stayed there the entire time. Kind of started cleaning your blade of the blood and is looking at it. And when you get back, he's got a small vial that he's holding with some of the residuum inside of it. When you walk over, he's... You ever seen something like this before?
A halberd? Yeah.
Still got a sense of humor. Good. I meant the blood.
I mean... Hold on. I'm going to do a history check to know exactly if I pour with a nat 20. Comes up to, I think, 20... That's a 19.
That's a 19. Was that a... Okay,
Yep.
It was a natural 20. You haven't seen something like it before, but something about it is familiar.
I'm going to say not exactly, but...
You can't put your finger on it.
I think everyone's going to have a real tough time with it.
As you say this, and Nubasai's finishing up with their match. And if... Once Nubasai's done, what is everyone doing?
I'm going to finish up with Edward, then I'm going to talk.
What was that? I'm sorry. That cut out for
I'm going
me.
to finish... Sorry. I'm going to finish up talking to Emlar, and then I'm going to go to that Harvey Birdman.
Ulrich. Okay.
Orlok's gonna go get his dividends.
Dividends?
Oh yeah, Anubis I won. Paraspidus will follow Prologue, though. He's still thinking about that woman and her child.
Okay. There's...
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, there's another fight. Cold and two more combatants leave out and start their fight going on. And you find Ulrich standing with the rest of his group. And give me an insight check.
Cool. While I roll that, I am going to say when I talk to Emlar, I'm pretty much going to tell him to keep an eye on those guys, that team. And I'm going to tell him about that big dude and that one. And say that they make me super uneasy. So... And then the insight was a 22.
Okay. When you say that to Emlar, he just kind of looks over, stands up, puts his hand on your shoulder, and says, "Come by the embassy. Bring your team. We should probably talk.
When?
Tonight, whenever you have the chance."
I'll let Paraspidus know. See you soon.
Okay. He walks through, leaves the area. When you walk up to Blood and his friends, or Blood and Friends as their group is called, they are discussing in hushed tones. However, you see Afiri multiple times look up at the group of 6 and then kind of glance over at the woman and the man, and then continue discussing in hushed tones.
Okay. I'm going to walk up and I'm just going to say, well, I came to wish you guys good luck and maybe discuss something a little bit more
Formal?
personal. Formal.
Yeah, hey. I bet on you, man. I lost some good money there. I'm sorry.
Not the first
Pay me.
fight I've lost. But speaking of that, why don't you all meet us back at the inn? Got something to do later tonight. A bit of time to talk.
It's, which inn you at? We're at the
What is
Prancing
it, though?
Unicorn. You're at the
What are
Running
we on?
Hare.
The running hair. I keep wanting to say the white hair.
The White
the
Hare, that
Running
was
Hare.
the first one.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say we're at the running hair. We can meet you there if you wish, whichever is more convenient.
Nah, we'll come by your place, man. Nice to check out different locations. Plus, I heard Hank's Brews out there, and I kind of want to try it. See which one he brought over, so we'll see you there.
Mm-hmm. I am going to extend my hand to Auric, and if he grabs it, I am going to whisper something to him.
He does grab it.
Okay, I'm going to say, I know a rigged fight. Watch yourself out there.
I will. Thank you.
See you in a few days. In the arena, I mean. And I give him a wink.
Eric Croker can't entirely smile, but you can see in his eyes there's a small little hint of a smile.
Okay. I rejoin the rest of the group and go back to the running hair.
As you're rejoining the group, Anubisai.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did anything of that fight seem familiar? The opponent or the style is throughout my history.
Give me a history check.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no.
It's none of it. I mean, it seems it for you, for your age, for how old you are.
Mhm.
It is too peculiar. It's too strange, too unfamiliar.
I will check in my cask again and then join the rest of the group.
Okay. As you're at the bookie area, the other two find you. The winner of the round is announced. Your gold is handed over, and you hear the next announcement of Ileana versus Doloreth. And when you take a glance down, it's the woman that Yolondriel and Anubisai saw. different woman than from what you were watching Praspis and Prologue. They both take the field. At this point, Eulandriel and Anubisai, you're kind of fighting through the crowds, getting towards where Anubisai Prologue and Praspis are.
Mhm.
The start of the fight is announced. A few minutes pass by, crowds kind of quieted down. You hear the shouting of someone going, "Where'd you go? Where are you?" And then the loud splashing of blood. When you look down, Dolores
Fatality.
is standing, has just walked around a pillow, eyes widened, throat cleanly slit, dagger sticking straight out of her heart, as Ileana steps out, smiles, and loudly says, "Maybe there can be death here anyway." Pulls the dagger out, with bloodstream flying from the heart area. Dolores collapses to the ground, and Ileana starts walking towards the gate.
I say to Anubisai, I know you don't need my permission to kill anybody, but I wouldn't be opposed to her.
We shall see.
There is a lot of shock in the arena for a while, which is then followed quickly by uproar. As it's getting later in the day, people have been drinking. Not very many people knew Dolores, so they are cheering and happy for the results. Though there are some individuals, primarily guards and officials that you can see who are quietly hushing, quietly speaking in amongst themselves. When you meet up, Prologue?
Is Prologue supposed to know who Dolores is?
No idea.
Okay.
It's just a name
Cool.
of the contestant.
Cool.
And as far as Kalkos and Ileana, Prologue and Praspidis, those would just be two individuals who were extremely violent in their fights.
Though Kilkesh did hold back.
Yes. You would be able to tell that he did hold back. He, instead of landing a killing blow, punched instead.
So did Anubisai.
How much did I win for Anubisai's win, by the way?
150.
150. Okay.
Yeah.
So I lost 50 gold and got 100. No, I got 50 gold.
You just got 50
Net-
gold. Yeah, you
netted
should have
50.
subtracted
Yeah.
100 out and then add in 150.
Add 50. Add in 150. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Good call.
I assume we're leaving the arena. Sounds like we're leaving the arena.
Depends on all of you.
There
are still some fights
well,
to do, but
Prologue would like to leave the arena. He leans over to Praspidis and says, "Do you need me for the rest of the evening?"
You're all together at this point.
I do not know.
We have
As a
things to
note-
discuss. Interrupt.
Apparently we have things to discuss, so I guess we do need you, Prologue. As a note, during the games, you don't need to worry about what goes on in the arena.
Very well.
We're gonna meet up
You
with
want
Blod and his
something
group.
done about that woman?
And her
Maybe
child?
eventually.
Yes.
Oh, that woman? Oh, no, the woman and her child. There was someone else we were watching, Eulandriel. You don't have to worry about that.
Either way.
Keep an eye on her if you see her. But I don't think they're a threat to us. They might be a good source of information later.
We're meeting Blod and his group at the Running Heron here in a bit. And then me,
I don't like
Percy, and Anubisai we'll go and speak with Emlar. Grolog, that's when you can do whatever you need to do. Deal?
Lord is not a friend, but if
It
I
might
must,
be the only ally we have.
Prologue looks to Percy in this situation for instruction.
Honestly, you probably aren't needed for Blood Prologue. You can probably just head off. I'll let you know if anything needs to go on there.
For once,
I don't-
spare the fucking DM. Don't always split the party, for Pete's sake. Why am I stuck with this
Hey,
group? They
hey.
split the party all the bloody time.
We're almost done with the episode, so you can just. You got a week to plan.
Yeah, no, that's just carry on.
Continuing
Prologue says,
on with
very well, send runners, my lady. Then Prologue goes to find Carson.
Okay.
He's basically just going to repeat what he did yesterday.
It's essentially the same situation as yesterday too. I mean, not very many people there. He just closes up shop and starts teaching you with the same tools. But this time he has a larger set. Ones that'll fit your hands more appropriately.
Carson, always thinking ahead.
He
Like
tries.
this guy.
He tries. As for the rest of you,
we head back to the Running Hare to meet with the untrustworthy satyr and his thieving group.
they
Along the way, I'm going to give Percy back the last 100 I borrowed.
Thank you. If you need any more, I have more.
I'm starting to accumulate a little bit.
Perfect.
I don't like the idea, but I see its need.
when you get
Yes.
to the Running Hare, the streets are still fairly empty because the tournament's still going on. There's still some people walking around doing games, paying attention to those as opposed to watching the single combat competitions. The inn it's still full, but it doesn't have as many people as it typically does. You can easily scare up a table, but Blood and his crew are not there yet. That's probably when you remember Schlee is one of the last contestants of the competition.
I was thinking we'll just hang out, get some food, wait for him.
Okay. Time passes.
Stick some tables together because there's a larger group.
About halfway through the time, I'm like, hey, who's seen Zarai? Is anybody... What's going on?
I would check with Hank, but to be truthfully honest, it's a festival of some kind. I am not going to worry about him getting drunk repeatedly. If he ends up in the drunk tank, that's on him. But I'm hoping he has learned his lesson.
You've got a point. Well,
And I told Prologue he didn't need to worry about Zarai, so I'm not going to worry about Zarai.
So
all right, we wait. Sorry.
at this point, like some time passes, you have that conversation. The door opens, and you see Blood enter in, not followed by anyone else. He
All right.
goes over, takes a seat, looks around. Shit. Hey, you guys have somewhere more private?
Is my room big enough to house the four of us? Five
It would
of
be.
us?
It would be.
Four
It would
of
be the
us?
four of you.
Mm-hmm.
It was only
Four.
Blood who
Four,
entered
yeah.
in.
Good. Good. I am more trusting of Blood than the rest of his group. All right. Yeah, no, we've got a room. We'll
Yep.
take him up to the room. Shut the door.
You shut the door. He checks the window, walks over to the door, makes sure that it's locked. Right. When you guys go down there again, if you see an individual who is wearing a green face mask and a black
You're
cloak,
cutting out.
Can't hear
Yep.
you.
that would be the internet. Lovely, lovely internet.
Almost done. Almost done.
Almost there.
He's about to end on a
Almost there,
cliffhanger,
almost
folks.
there.
If I know
So
Murray.
If you see an individual down there who's hanging out with a green face mask and a black cloak, don't have any conversations around him. His name's Jamar. He's a Laban spy, excellent at reading lips, perfect at finding things and getting information. He was 2 tables away from you. That's not what I
Why
came
are
here to
you
talk
worried?
to you about. He looks at you, Laundrio, and says, Shlee just got his ass kicked by one of those people.
Okay. I'm going to smile at him and I'm going to say, they're healing in the middle of the fight, but different than
We noticed that.
anything that and necrotic damage has no effect. Radiant damage barely does anything.
Healing? Is it similar to what Lady Galani does?
I kind of go like, yeah, but not exactly. And it's kind of like what happened with Commander What's His Nuts. I say both in character.
Oh, you mean the guy that you threw out the window?
Yeah,
That I
but
wasn't
he
there to
didn't have
watch,
the
but I
resistance
wish I
that
had.
this guy has. Listen, Blood, this is a rigged match. It's not gonna matter. In the end, they'll probably win.
That was my first thought, too. I first thought it was rigged. But these people aren't from Laban. They're not from Macloria. They're not from Zarthor. They're not from Drunok or the Shallows Estate. I have no idea where they're from.
Wait, they're not from Laban?
No. They're wearing Laban
Because
armor.
we have a third party.
But you know they're not from Laban.
How many groups are walking around out there who are all the same height, have the same eyes, have the same motions and movements? I don't know who these people are. They just kind of showed up out of nowhere. They were last minute additions. Apparently someone pulled their weight and got them in.
That makes sense. I mean, that's how we got in. How much do you know about Laban military anyway? Because I mean, it could be something new from Laban.
I don't... Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. So good. 7.
7. He just kind of gives you a look. He's like, I know plenty enough and well enough.
Well, it would do to double check on that anyway, because if they are totem Laban colors and they are not from Laban, at least the Laban military would like to know, I'm sure.
Yolandru, did you see an insignia?
Better roll a history. My character's dumber than shit. 17.
17. You did not see an insignia.
I'm gonna say no. No insignia.
All Laban soldiers are required to wear an insignia at all times. If they don't, it's reprimandation and actions against them inside the military. If they didn't have an insignia, they're not Laban.
But they're wearing Laban armor.
Yeah.
And they could have picked it up.
See, that's the part that I
Or
think
many
Laban would be
group
most
of mercenaries they took down along the way here. Now, whether or not they're from Lucoria doesn't really matter. think that there's a third party.
Either way, Laban probably would want to know whether someone's wearing their armor, making themselves look Laban, but aren't actually from Laban.
Dude, are you using your fucking mind? Are you using your eyes? They just had a public fight on Laban grounds, wearing their armor. They're not trying to hide this.
Yeah. That's why we're going to talk with some of the leaders of the city tonight. Listen. Keep this quiet. Don't tell anybody else. If we need you in your group, we'll let you know. But keep in mind, we might be the only two groups of people on each other's side here.
Are we?
Give me a persuasion check.
Percy at this point is holding very tightly to his bag of holding.
What was
Anyone
that?
want to give me assistance on that persuasion? Fucking 3.
Sure, I'll give you assistance.
Okay, Anubis, how are you giving him assistance?
I shall say, and this is coming from the group who has a member who doesn't find them threatening.
Okay, that's good enough, yeah. With advantage. Yeah.
13.
13. Fine. All right. I'm not saying I won't tell my leader.
We're not asking you to not do that, I mean. But listen, fewer people around us here that know, the less likely it is it's going to get back to them. And then I think we're going to have a real issue.
That we can agree.
We'll let you know what happens tonight.
I've got a Fury and Inlu out. Recon. If they come out with anything, I'll see if I can let you know too. And hey, Eulandriel. I don't know how you're... if you could spare some of those heals for Shlee, he could use it.
Where is he at now?
It's in the med bay. Just below the arena.
Okay, I'm going to say, Anubis, stay with Percy. I'll meet back up with you guys here in a bit. And as I stare at Anubis unanswered, I don't know why I expect an answer.
Bloods.
Yeah, it's like, why do you keep telling me things? I'm not gonna care now.
Of course, when Eulandriel says that to Anubis, Percy's going to look at Anubis kind of like with the look of, why?
Blood, before you leave, like catches you and like, hang on just a moment. Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go distract Jamar.
Good idea.
And he heads out the door.
I wait 5 minutes and I go sneaking out of there, out the back.
At the back, okay. The med bay is filled with quite a few injured people. You can see that one of the beds has the sheet pulled all the way up. And there's... Shlee is sitting, he is battered, bruised, cut all over, breathing very heavily and unconscious. And there's a nurse aide slowly just ministering ointment over.
Okay. I'm gonna rock on up to him and kind of baseball catcher drop down, you know, next to the bed, and I'm gonna ask, or I'm gonna say, "Oh, you look like shit," with like a half grin at him.
Looks like they're a bit worse than we thought.
Okay.
You mind
I'm-
passing over?
Before he even finishes, I'm just gonna grab his forearm and expel 2 second level spell slots on Cure Wounds for a total of 7 plus 9 is 20. Heal up.
20. Okay.
And then, how is he looking after that?
He's looking a lot better. He's still rough, still looks injured, but the wounds have gone from gaping wounds to very healed and sealed up, almost. Like basic, you can still see flesh on the inside, like it's been cut deeply, but healed greatly. He looks down. Thanks, Yolandriel.
Are you gonna be able to get out of here tonight?
I think so. I should be fine. He looks over at the covered body. So much for that artifact, right?
I don't think
broke
there's
out a
actually
lot
an
there.
artifact. I understood what he said.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I'm not sure there even is one. But before I leave, I'm gonna like lean in, I'll put my hand on his shoulder, lean in, and I'm gonna say, watch your back, because who knows if they'll want to put you permanently on the ground. Get back with your party, stay with them. There's things going on.
He gives a soft nod in reply. And as you are leaving, I'd like you to give me a perception check.
Ooh, that's a good roll. Hold on. Perception?
Yep.
16.
16. Okay, real quick before I get to you, Paraspidus. I see the finger. As you are walking through the underground holes of this area, you catch a glimpse of the very shifty looking woman from the area walking into a door following a cloaked individual.
Okay, I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna look around and see who else is around.
Empty hallways at this point of the night.
Okay. Shit. I'm gonna like pause for a second, and I'm gonna go. Okay, well, Yolandriel, on the one hand, could follow him, and maybe you might be able to get information, but you could get caught and then completely killed, considering that you're only still at half health. Or we leave now, go back, speak with the people we need to speak to, but then you're gonna lose out on whatever we need to find out from this. And then flipping a coin. I'm headed back to the inn.
Okay.
Good choice.
Praspidus?
When Yolandriel would have left, I would have turned to Anubis. I'm just going to be right here. I'm not going anywhere. Obviously, you do whatever you want to do. I don't fully understand Yolandriel's concern right now. They are just another group of people in the festivities. So I'm not particularly worried at the moment. But there was someone that Brolog and I were watching who was taking very studious notes on the shoulders of a lady. I assume, well, from the looks, I assume he was her child, but very studious notes. I if anything does come up concerning these individuals, I intend to find them and have a chat with them.
Give me a quick insight check as you're thinking about this and recollecting some things.
9.
9.
My rolls are on
Okay.
fire tonight, boys.
Your rolls are
Yeah.
doing great. Carry on.
And then I'm going to sit down at the desk in the room and just pull out the notes and start going over them while waiting for whatever comes next.
For your laundry to return or whatever happens. That, I do believe, is where we are going to call it for the week.
Yeah, that was fun. Hell yeah.
Oh. Okay, I have to tell you, now that we're at this point. So, if your combatant, Ethan, hadn't done that flash heal, you would have
Mhm.
downed him.
Yeah.
He was at 2
I know.
HP left.
Yeah.
That was
know.
all on the rolls. That was so tight. Ah. My heart goes out for
That's
you.
okay.
But at the same
I'm
time,
gonna get him back. I'm gonna get him
I
back.
hope you
Yeah,
do.
you-
Don't
I
you worry
hope you
about that
do.
shit. I'm gonna get him
Wanna
back where
get
it
back
I-
in
matters.
sleep.
I am so excited to see what this does for your Yolandriel's like journey in life.
Yeah.
There's so many
This was
details
some
that are
humble
going
pie
on now.
that I had to eat today. This is some humble pie. But that's okay, because I'm gonna have them eat a pile of shit later. So you'll enter.
Oh, I had us on the map the whole time. I just got so excited. This was
That's
lovely
alright.
stuff. That's fine. I hope you enjoyed looking at a beautiful map I put together. But that is our D&D for the week. That's not enough. We
Never enough.
will see you lovely beings on Tuesday.
Breaking up.
Ah, fuck the internet. Hey, it went back to green when I said that. We will
Nice.
see you lovely human beings on Tuesday for Into the Madness with Von. He's excited to get into Everhood, a lovely game that is sound like the exact opposite of what he's been doing. So, that's exciting. For now, though, give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe if you can. Every little helps. Support is wonderful. Check out those lovely, wonderful socials. You will find all the videos. Today's D&D, awkward. Today's D&D will be posted on Thursday. It gets posted every Thursday at 6 a.m. So if there was any internet problems, any choppiness, any crappy stuff going on, it's clear in the recordings. So it'll be clear there. If you missed any bits, give that a check. And that's on YouTube. For now, though, we will see you later. Thank you all very much. We love you. Till next week.
Bye.
Yeah, may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. May peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles and shouts.